Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. It's match day. It's Europa League Thursdays. We love these days. This is what a Leicester fan is looking forward to all our lives, to get this far and get into Europe and really enjoy ourselves. So we want your views. We want your comments. We are going to be live all the way through the match. We are live now pre-match. Come on the link. I put a link out there. We want you to come on and chat with us. Come and do it. Please come and do it. Locks and Tom will be chatting all the way through the match. So if you want to listen to the banter that they're going to be having, join them all the way through. They'll be on here later to go through the first half. I'll be back at half time to have your views, your comments, hopefully chat about how well Leicester are playing. And then Locks and Tom take you through the second half. Myself and Jamie will be back at full time to pick the bones out of whatever it is. Let's have a few hellos in there straight away. We're going to go through the team. Jamie's ready to come in, please. Good evening, says Matty Bond. Ben, hello to you. Fee, thanks for joining us. Sean, hello. Rudy says Rudy, well, I suppose 3 points. Yeah, why not? Why not? James, good evening. Maz. Jono says, I think it'd be tougher tonight than the first leg. I agree 100% with you, Jono. I think a lot of fans think this is going to be an easy one, but it won't be. Chris says, I like the look of that team, being able to arrest people. Appreciate it's a pretty strong team, though, if you look at it. So I think that's good. Jono's come back and said 3-1 today for you. Of course, we want to know. We want your views. We want you to comment your views. We want you to talk about the Braga v Leicester game. We want to know what you think to tonight's team. Now, let's get Jamie in here. Here he comes. Jamie, all the way from the Fox's Arms in Alcudia. Jamie, good evening.
Evening, how the devil are you? I've just been looking at the TV. The TV fixtures are just coming up for December for Sky, that was all. I was just looking at the same time. But anyway, I'll forget about that. If anything interesting comes up, I'll let you know. But nothing. Oh, Sheffield United, 6th of December, 2:15, live on Sky.
Oh, what's that? Sunday?
Sunday, yes.
2:15. All right, thank you, Jamie. Anyway, breaking news there.
Sheffield United, December the 6th, 2:15. Right, team news.
It's the big one. It's Leicester v the bottom of the table team.
Yeah. Right, the
Tonight,
team news.
Yeah.
I think the team could go two ways. It could either be a 4-4-2 or it could be three at the back. The way it's looking to me, I reckon it could be a 4-4-2. But it also could be is how he's been setting up with three at the back. I think he could play JJ Casper in goal, of course. Just JJ, fullback, Johnny Evans.
If I could pull you across, I could see your face. No, there we go. Yes.
Yeah. Schmeichel in goal, JJ fullback, Johnny Evans, Christian Fuchs centre halves, Luke Thomas as the left back, Mark Albrighton right back, which I don't agree with all the stick he's been getting, but everyone's allowed their own opinion. Dennis Pratt, Hamza Chowdhury, and then Kelsey, Nacho, and Harvey Barnes up top. But it also could be your three at the back.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Phil, take over a minute. I've just gone. Something's just happened there. Oh, they are. I'm back. Am I still here?
He's back. It's like you've paused, Jamie. I can hear you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
No, you're back. There you are.
Right. It could be three at the back with Johnny Evans, JJ, and Christian Fuchs. Albrighton and Thomas are the two wing backs. Hamza, as in your Mendy kind of role, your central defender, and then under Pratt and Barnes in the middle of midfield with Nacho up top. So it could be one or two variations, I think, to be honest.
Yeah,
go on.
I was going to say, Jamie, I think you're quite right. There's a few ways you could set up that defence. There's a few ways you could set up that attack, isn't there?
Well, yeah. It's quite good with the pace up top, but like you say, Braga, I mean, no easy mugs at home. Not like that quarry they're playing with the one side that looks like that's been dug out. I don't know how that works. Do they kick the ball against the wall?
Well, I was going to say, we used to call it Wally or wall ball, Jamie.
Yeah.
Did you ever used to play that as a kid?
Oh, yeah, every time. It was easy, wasn't it? Kick against the wall, it never went out.
Well, I tell you what, that wall is going to be useful, especially when Harvey Barnes is shooting.
Phil, have a word with yourself. Let's be positive.
Hey,
I know what you mean, though. But you've got to be careful with Braga because they beat Benfica the other weekend, didn't they? They beat Benfica. They're no mugs. Oh, I'll move back into the centre now. They're no mugs. So we've got to be careful. It's not going to be as easy as the other game, but it's nice to see a decent bench as well. A strong bench. Vardy, Perez, Maddison, Tillemans, Papa Mendy, Wes Morgan, Forlan, Danny Ward. Dennis Ward. I don't know where I got Dennis Ward from. Danny Ward. So so it's a decent, strong bench.
Jono says 4-4-2-1. He reckons it could be a 4 at the back.
No, that's I reckon, Phil. Not 4-4-2-1. That's I reckon.
I put an extra player in there, haven't I?
You did then, didn't you? Yeah, Jono. Yeah, see what I've got to put up with, Jono.
But I mean, 4-4-2's not very European progressive, is it? Let's be honest.
No, but I do like a bit of a 4-4-2, to be honest. A bit old school, like you know, I'm old school. Phil.
Yes.
4-4-2 is pretty damn good.
You can't
I prefer 4-4-2.
Tall striker and a short striker, perfect.
Yes, yeah, but we've got two. I don't know how it's going to work tonight though, because we haven't got a tall and a small one, have we?
A brown leather ball and black football boots as well, Jamie.
Oh yeah, with a bit, just the odd white stripe, like the old Adidas stripe on the boot.
Oh,
That'd have been perfect. Other than that, that's it. None of these half and half boots they have nowadays.
I know. Jono says, "What beer will we be drinking tonight? San Miguel. I can't speak tonight, or something Portuguese."
Well, I'm actually drinking something Swedish tonight. I'm drinking something Swedish tonight. It's cider, Europa League. So yeah, posh. I'm going for a bit of. No, it's not posh. It's quite potent, actually. It's like drinking blackcurrant and lemonade. It goes down too well. As
it's a European night, I've got some Amstel tonight. I know I should be drinking Tiger, my favourite, but I'll a bit of Amstel tonight to wash it down. So
well, that's part of the Champions League branding, isn't it? So we're halfway there.
Yeah, halfway there, indeed. Please keep getting. Yeah, Chris says we'll be playing 12 tonight. Hey, I wish we'd had 12 playing against Liverpool the other day, Chris. Put it in there. Don't forget, if you want to join the link, I'm just going to pop it in there again.
Come on, everyone, join in. You know you want to.
At any point, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, wherever you are, you can click on that link and you can come in and give us your views. We want to know what you think to that. Hopefully we'll get a couple of fans ready to come in. I think Sean's ready to come in a minute. Jack's ready to come in a minute. So Chris is saying Jamie's drinking something Swedish. Let's get this on screen. What's her name? Easy. Chris, it's not even 6 o'clock.
Chris, it's Brit Etland. That's who I'm drinking. That's more his age range, isn't it, really?
Yeah, anybody under the age of probably 40, I haven't got a clue what you're on about there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Sean's asked Jamie, what's the bench? Can you just
read that? Right.
Just for anybody who's late, some people are still working, Jamie. Not everybody's sat on the beach all day like you, mate.
It's a bit early kick-off there, isn't it? It's only 5:30 there, isn't it? Of course, it's 6:30 here. I apologise to his people. Yeah. Some people are still working. Right, it's Vardy, Perez, Maddison, Tillemans, Papi Mendy, Big Wes, Little Wes. Philbert Fox hasn't made the bench today, and Danny Ward. And I can't pronounce the other keeper. Jakubovic, something like that.
Jakubovic, yeah.
Is it Jakubovic or Tom can pronounce it? We'll ask him.
Get ready to pronounce the Braga team, although it's not as hard as Zoya. So
no,
we'll
I haven't got a clue on that one.
We'll get that in there. We've got fans waiting to come in. I'm going to bring them all in and just give them a few moments each to tell us what they thought. Let's start with Sam very quickly, and then we'll get Sean in and then Jack. But I'll do them one at a time. Sean, are you all right? Sorry, Sam.
Hello.
Hi, Sam. How you doing, mate?
All right.
I want your score prediction, please, for tonight.
2-1.
To Leicester? You think Leicester will win away in Europe?
Yeah.
Who do you think's going to score? Who do you think's going to score? Is it Harvey Barnes, Iheanacho tonight, maybe?
Nacho.
You think Nacho?
Yeah.
He's one of Europe's top strikers, Jamie, at the moment, with assists as well, isn't he?
He is. He's up there. I think it's 6. I think it is, isn't it, altogether in 3 games, goals and assists. So yeah, pretty damn good for him. He needs confidence, and that's the best way of getting it. Confidence.
So, Sam, you're pretty confident about tonight. Will you join us later if we win or lose after the game?
Yes.
Thanks, Sam. We'll let you
go.
Well
done, Sam.
Thank you, Sam, for joining us. That's perfect. Let's get Sean in, Jamie, for his predictions. Yeah. Now, listen, Sean, earlier at lunchtime, you said you thought Leicester were going to win 9-0. Was that you, Sean, said that?
Yeah, that was me.
You were joking, though, Sean, weren't you? You were joking then, really, weren't you? No.
Go on then, Sean. Obviously, I joke because I said, well, we would have said that before, Jamie, the 9-0 at Southampton. So you never know with Leicester. But
no, you never know. It could happen. Could happen.
You're on camera now, Sean. Are you definitely still going for 9-0?
Yeah. Well, because they are a poor team. And I think 9-0.
Brilliant.
I tell you what, Phil, Mr. Positivity there, isn't it? Loads of positivity there.
We love it, Sean. Promise me you'll come back on at the end if we do win 9-0 because you'll deserve something for that. Okay, we'll see you later, mate.
Yeah. I do think we must put off Johnny Evans half time
to rest him.
And I think I might put on Jamie Vardy.
All right. Well, we'll see if that happens, Sean.
We'll see what happens. That'd be good. That will if that happens.
We'll see you later. We've got loads of people clicking in. I know Jack's waiting to come in. Jack, just bear with. I'm just going to add in Curtis. Hi, Curtis, mate.
Oh, you're right.
Good.
Hi, Curtis. How are you?
Curtis.
Oh.
Curtis, can you hear us all right, pal?
Hey, sorry.
Can you hear us all right?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm on now. Yep, I'm on.
Right, Curtis. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. What do you think to the starting team?
I'm happy with it. I'm confident that we're going to pull off the 3 points again. But I've just had a thing. I've had a thing like for quite a while now. Why can't we play Nacho and Vardy up top with Maddison in behind, with Pratt and under, with Mendy just sitting and in the back four?
That sounds like 4-4-2, Curtis.
Yeah,
that'd be
sort
perfect.
of like that, but like you got more of an attack and then you got Mendy just sitting. So I feel like that would be good for the squad. But I think we'll win tonight, 100%.
What do you think the score's going to be, Curtis?
2-1, I think, or 3-2. Depends on how they're coming out. If they come out at us, basically.
They're not. I mean, they're no mugs at all. Braga in the Europa League. They qualified top of the group last year. They were meant to be the toughest team we were going to play, but they looked a bag of spanners, Curtis, against us, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did. But yeah, I feel that we can pull it off. We just need to be confident. Obviously, I don't want to see Johnny Evans doing the same mistake against Liverpool, but
no.
I think we'll pull it out the bag. Definitely, I think we'll do it.
Well, we only need a win and we're qualified, don't we, Curtis? 3 points and that's it.
Is it a draw?
I think a point would do, Jamie.
Is it a draw? But if we win the league, if we win tonight and Athens don't get anything, then I think we've qualified in first place, I think. I think that's where it is, but yeah, so.
But yeah,
cheers for joining, Curtis.
Yeah, it's fine. Cheers.
Much appreciated. Come back on later.
Again, Curtis. Yes, please. Thank you. Thanks, pal.
See you later, pal.
That's great to get Curtis in. We've had Sean, we've had Sam. Don't forget, I know Jack is waiting to come in. Let's add Jack in.
We haven't got JR on tonight, have we? Jack and Ross. Is it just Jack tonight?
JR!
Ross is on.
Oh, here we go.
JR and Paul Heyman. I'm Paul Heyman, he's JR.
Hey, Jamie, you wouldn't know this yet, but next Thursday, we've got another Europa League next Thursday, haven't we? Well,
yeah.
These
two are not doing the watch along, though.
These two are not going to be here next week because I've palmed them off onto some live filming with Kia, the car company, on behalf of Leicester Fan TV. Can you believe that?
These two?
They're representing Leicester Fan TV, these guys.
Oh, my God. Right. I'm going. See ya.
They're sending you all live kit as well, aren't they, to film it all? It's all proper, you two, so...
You're going to have more viewers next week, Phil, when we're gone.
Yeah. You got some high standards, lads. You got some high standards.
Come on, then. Let's start with you, Jack. What do you reckon to the team, Jack?
Yeah, it's a good team. We needed to rest certain players like Tillemans and players like that. Vardy needed a rest. So, yeah, it's a good team. Hopefully, Kelechi gets a few more tonight to add to his tally in the Europa League.
Yeah, Ross, what do you feel?
I've just had a quick look at team now, and we'll just come off starting my break. So Schmeichel, Fuchs, Evans, Justin, Barnes, Thomas. Pretty good side. Good to see Under having. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Good to see Under having a crack. I mean, obviously he's been scoring goals for Turkey. So I hope I'm saying not 9-0. That'll be amazing if Sean gets that right. Drinks on him. Drinks on him if that's the case. Well, takeaway drinks.
Takeaway drinks at the minute.
Takeaway drinks, yes. No, I think it'll be obviously to be a lot different from unbeaten 4-0. It's on their turf. They are a very good side. I think we must have just beaten. They must have had an off day, which like we did the other day. So I think it'll be a tough game. I still think we'll win. I think 2-1. I think they'll probably go ahead. I think because we sometimes play better when we go behind. Well, not against Liverpool, but the other games we've gone on behind and we've gone on to win. So hopefully we do. It'll be a tough game, but 2-1, I reckon.
Jack, Jamie's thinking he'd like to see it could be a 4-4-2 or it could be a 5-4-1, it could be a 5-3-3. No, I've got too many players in again.
5-3-3.
I can't count. There's no such thing as a Jack.
5-3-2.
Talk formations because I'm talking absolute nonsense.
Yeah, so
you're talking twaddle.
Maybe we'll probably go with Johnny Evans at the back with Fuchs and Luke Thomas, and then push Albrighton and JJ as wing backs. Hamza Chowdhury, Dennis Pratt is a 2, and then Under, Barnes, and Iheanacho.
I think according to live score, this is our formation. That's our formation.
Talk us through it, Ross.
You got the Braga team.
According to the Braga team's there, but I'm just saying I'd rather, it's our team.
Jamie's going to do the Braga team in a minute, so get it ready, Jamie.
No, me and Jack have done an agreement. I do the Leicester team, he does the away team.
Yeah,
before you do that, Ross, talk us through that formation they're saying it will be.
According to live score, James Justin, Johnny Evans, and Fuchs are at the back 3. Barnes on the left, Albrighton on the right. For some reason, Luke Thomas and Chowdhury in the middle. I don't know who's making this up. Under and Pratt just behind Iheanacho. So just ahead of Iheanacho. There, look. According to
Strange. Just before you do Jack's the team, Jack, Spurs game is live on Sky as well on the 20th of December at 2:15. So that's another Sunday game.
And United as well, yeah. I read.
The Everton game on the 15th of December is also on Amazon Prime. So we're on TV quite a bit.
Is it free Amazon Prime? Or
you have to pay for it, don't you?
If you sign up to Amazon, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
You sign up for it and pay for it, yeah.
No, so I know last year when they had 2, all the matches from Amazon, weren't they? And they were free if you sign up for 30 days. Technically, you got both games for free. That's the reason I asked. There's Sheffield United games on Sky and all. I'm absolutely gutted I can't go to Bramall Lane. It's like down the road. It's like half an hour train ride for me.
Ross, are you tier 3?
I am, unfortunately. I'm in tier 3, unfortunately. But what would have been interesting if they were tier 2, could have got in the home end and sat on my own as social distancing. So that would have been quite fun.
I want to let you in, pal.
Everybody wants to hear Jack have a go at the Braga team. Talk us through it, Jack.
Should we go through it? So
go on, Jack.
We've got Mateus as the goalkeeper. We've got Ricardo Ejeo, which is their right back. We've got Nuno Esquerra as their centre. Esquerra. Right. Bruno Viana, centre half. Vitor Tamina is their left back. Ricardo Horta, right mid. Laurie Medeiros, centre midfielder. Al Mastrati.
Al
Mastrati, yeah.
Al Mastrati.
Then we've got Andre Castro, Wenderson Galeno, and Paulinho.
They were well done, Jack. Yes. A bit easy, I reckon. I think when we play Zoira, he's going to have to do it again, isn't he, Jamie?
He's not here though, is it?
Oh no, it's next.
You've just told me he's not here.
Well,
he'll have to pre-record. He'll have to pre-record it. He'll have to pre-record it. No, you're all right, pal.
We know you love doing that.
The subs is very interesting as well. To go through.
Let's get a few comments up there, and then we'll come back. Just bear with us a second. That looks like a Christmas tree formation, says Jono. Is Jono making the gags again? Honestly,
yes,
he made so many jokes about Halloween there. So,
and then the bonfire nights as well. He made a load of jokes, didn't he?
Yeah, Anthony says any news about injuries? We'll have a chat about that in a second. All December games are being televised on various platforms, says Patrick. It is going to be interesting when some fans are allowed back in what they're going to do about the TV games. I've not heard anybody confirm what it is. Joanna says, can somebody tell Boris I want to be in my stadium for Boxing Day. Gutted. Oh, Joanna. Well, you never know. You never know. I guess.
No.
Go on then.
No, I was just going to say, I can't see it changing much now, to be honest. I know they're going to look at it every 2 weeks, but I can't see it changing, to be honest.
So Leicester in tier 3. I've been working on this. I've not. Who's in tier 3 then? I don't.
Everyone apart from Liverpool, London.
Ross, are you working from home at the moment?
Yes, I am.
Are you trying to prove via this video to your bosses you've actually been working all day?
I'm on break.
You keep saying I've been working all day.
I've been working all day. To be fair.
I have been working all day and not watching Bargain on, honestly.
Oh no, I don't watch. No,
he watches loose. He probably watches loose women.
It's not even on. Yeah. Yes. What do you think will happen? Jamie, let's go to you on this one. When some fans are allowed in some of the grounds, like they are, Liverpool can have 2,000 fans from about 10 days' time.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah. A, is that an advantage that we won't have, and can that play a difference? B, what is going to happen, do you think, with TV rights when some fans are allowed in? Because it's sort of, before they've always said like 3 o'clock games can never be televised and have fans in. It would be a real mix-up if some fans are paying to go into a ground and then other fans are effectively getting it as part of their Sky and BT packages, Jamie. How do you feel it's all going to pan out? It feels messy to me.
I don't think it's going to make much of a difference to start off with. With only having 2,000, and no one's in tier 1, is there? So they're not going to have 4,000. So I think having 2,000 in, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference at the moment. So I think we'll just have to wait and see. But for the TV rights, they want to put all these games up if they're going to allow fans in. So I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference just yet.
Jack,
maybe in a couple of months, yeah.
Jack, because I think it is going to make a difference to. I think it just swings it back to home advantage again. If there's 2,000 Leicester fans at the King Power Stadium and no Man U fans or whatever in that ground,
but they're saying you can't sing and dance though. They're saying you can't sing and dance and shout. Yeah, you can't do all that.
Are you sure?
Good luck when the 93rd minute winner to score. That's not good. How are they going to police that?
That is bonkers.
What? You have to mute go. Instead, that's just stupid. How's
it go, Ross? How's it go, Ross?
Give me a second.
Silent celebrating.
I had to do that one.
Them silent discos where you go with headphones on. That's how Ross was then.
Well, when we won league 4.5 years ago, I had to kind of do that because my son was upstairs asleep, and who I was with at the time, she didn't give me the best of luck, so I was just like, just doing like that stuff. But now, oh yeah, kickoffs in 5 minutes. I just realised.
Yeah.
Yes. Where's the boys? Where's the lads?
Lox is about to join us.
Oh, Lox and where's Supermarket Tom?
Ross, you best go. What you eating during the match tonight, Ross? Is it
I
chips again?
I had lasagna earlier. Homemade lasagna.
That's a bit posh for Sheffield, isn't it, mate?
No.
Chips and gravy. Yeah,
no,
chips and gravy.
Cheese and gravy, actually. It usually is. That's the best thing in the world. You should try it sometime.
Right, Ross, Jack, we're going to let you go. We'll see you later, either at half-time or full-time. Please come back. Thank you, lads.
Yeah, see you later.
It is Sunday. These early kickoffs, let's add in Lox.
Hello, lads. How are we?
Lox, it's nearly kickoff. We've been so busy. We've been doing some in-depth analysis in the pre-match.
Yeah, it is nearly kickoff. I think someone needs to call Tom. I'll wake him up.
Tom, where the hell are you? It's these early kickoffs, like it does catch you out a little bit. And of course, it's Monday against Fulham early as well.
Yes.
I think so.
It's even earlier, isn't it? Is it 5:30? Oh my gosh. Well, Lox, let's start with the key thing from tonight's news, Lox. What's the Boldy Lox bet?
Here we go.
I haven't heard it yet, honestly. What is it?
I've not either, mate.
All right, Jamie, that's over to me and you. What's the Boldy Lox bet then?
Make it fair.
Yeah, I think make it fair. It has to be tough.
How about let's go for Dennis Pratt winner.
Yeah, because he won't be on at the end. He normally comes off after 60, 65, doesn't he? I was going to say, how about a Nacho hat trick?
Oh,
yeah. Let's go for a Nacho hat trick.
Yeah, Jono's put it there as well. Nacho to score 3. So
that's the thing. If people are watching, let's Nacho to score 3. That's what I thought.
Yeah, Nacho hat trick.
Yeah, go on then. Go on then.
What we're doing? Is it dyed hair, Jamie, or is it off?
No, shave.
Really?
Shave for
Would you rather
Christmas.
that over like a bleach?
No, shave for Christmas.
Like Wesley
or Fofana, yeah. If we bleach it, then next week we've got like Mohawk, and then we've got Orloff. It's just like it's an ever-giving present.
Yeah. Well, let's just go with shave. Well, no, what to do? I reckon bleach is a good idea. That'll be good for the show.
We ought to do a poll. If it comes true, do a poll, and then he does it on his Friday show.
Yeah, all right then. We'll do that. Right. So if the bet is in, if Nacho scores a hat trick, and then it's down to everyone who votes later on whether it's a shave or a
bleach.
Yeah.
If he says maybe dye it blue, that would definitely. You could dye it blonde and then blue.
I did that before for Community Shield at Wembley, and it ended up turquoise. So.
You were that guy.
Oh God!
Right,
pink. Andy saying pink bleach. Yes, Jamie.
Yes. Well, it's 2 minutes to kick off, lads.
Well,
so
luckily Tom's joined, so you and me can go, Jamie.
Yes. See how we were filling the gap, weren't we?
He's got home. He's got out his works van. He's brushed his blusher on, done his eyebrows.
Here he comes. He's changed out of his grass levelling technician clothes.
And the Corona's ready.
He's drinking some Corona.
Right, I'll see you after the show, lads.
All right, see you after, Jamie.
Other beers
see you later. Of
course.
Thanks, Jamie. See you in a bit.
See you later.
Locks, Tom, over to you guys. Let's have a good game, okay?
Cheers, mate.
I hope so, mate.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit, pal. Hello, Tom. As he opens his beer or whatever he's doing.
Judas, mate. Just opened my beer and it's broke.
Oh, no. Oh, fuming. You need a new bottle opener there, mate, don't you? You need a new bottle opener.
Hold on.
But yeah, guys, it is time. It's Braga versus Leicester in the Europa League. Is it our 4th game of the Europa League?
There's a backup plan.
Is it the 4th game, Tom? It is the 4th
game. 1-3. Lots of goals scored.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go on about history because I jinxed it twice. I jinxed it for the first goal, Liverpool's first goal, and the 3rd goal. So I'm not going to say anything about that again. They're just about to kick off, Tom. So let's get a couple of comments in beforehand. Patrick says safe bet locks. Yeah, have you heard the bet yet, Tom? I don't think you have.
What's your bet? I was going to ask you this question.
So Ian Nacho hat trick, right?
Hat trick. Okay.
And if it happens, then it's down to the viewers. Later on, we'll do a poll, and it's either a bold or Wesley Fofana bleach blonde. So it'll be down to the viewers. So
I'll go for the bleach blonde, mate. Yeah.
Well, Jono says Nacho hat trick 28-1. Well, I might put a tenner on it because then it will kind of compensate for having to bleach or dye my or lose my hair. So, but yeah, bet responsibly. And Leicester have kicked off the game, haven't they, Tom?
Yeah, just kicked off and playing it round at the back with Justin. But yeah, interesting lineup tonight. I came home, had a quick look, sort the kids out for bed, and that's why I run in late. But what can you say? I called it earlier that there were changes going to be made when we spoke at lunchtime. I was surprised Perez hadn't started in front of Barnes. A lot of people was questioning that when I said it, but I just felt Harvey probably needed a rest and taken out the limelight. He, for me, hasn't done much in the last couple of games, and the chance he missed at Liverpool were vital in that result turning.
Yeah, and that was Carlos. Is it Carlos Carvajal? Is that his name?
Correct. Former Sheffield Wednesday and Swansea manager.
Swansea. There we go. So
Andy King went on loan there.
And the return, the other fixture, the previous fixture was, what was the score, Tom? Remind me of this game.
4-0.
4-0. So I don't see it be. I mean, we'll do the predictions in a sec, Tom, because we haven't said ours, but I don't see that. I see this being a bit of a closer game than last time.
I mean, since that game, they've had a couple of very hard games. They've beaten Benfica as well in that period of time. That's no mean defeat in that league. I said earlier I went for a 2-0 win to Leicester. Iheanacho to get 2 again to carry on his run of form.
Yeah, completely agree. I don't know. I do fancy a natural goal, which isn't the best thing to say after saying that if he scores 3, I'm going to lose my hair. But I'm going to go with a 1-0, Tom. A 1-0 to Leicester. What was that? Sorry?
Going to nick it then, are we?
Yeah, I reckon so. Under starting as we just saw on the screen. Leicester just trying to get rid of it here. Braga putting a bit of pressure on.
Oh, Brighton up the line. He'll go, stay in play. Thought it might have just nicked out, but Braga will win the ball back and it'll go all the way back to the goalie by the looks of it.
I think you're a bit behind me, if I'm honest, mate. A bit behind. Yeah. Can you do a cheeky restart?
What time are you on, mate?
2 minutes 15.
Yeah, on there now.
Perfect. Back up to, you've always got to, those technical problems you've got to check out. Otherwise, I'll start celebrating and Tom will be like, it's a throw in. A few predictions coming in here. Jason Mills says 3-0 Leicester. Fee says 2-0 to Leicester. Jason's, Iheanacho with it. It's going to be offside. Jason says it's the same ref who we had versus Sevilla in the Champions League.
Yes, it is correct.
In the round of 16 game, yeah. I'm not.
The home quarter final. Yeah, not quarter final. Sorry, the last 16. Yes.
I was thinking. Thank God it's not the ref that we had in the away leg at Atletico after what they did to us, All Brighton on the edge of the box, outside the box, took him out, knocked him down, and then they gave a penalty. And I think it was Griezmann, wasn't it? Griezmann put it away. So.
Yes, that was the one. Yeah,
if only we had VAR that day, things could have been very, very different.
Oh, mate, that was. I remember watching that game and thinking, it just isn't going to be our quarter final when they got that penalty, because if a 0-0 result against them would have been a chance for Braga have a shot long range, takes it again in the box, blocked again.
Another one.
Goal for Braga, long range shot for outside the area, flew past everybody in the box and into the far post past Kasper Schmeichel. 1-0 to Braga. Wow,
Tom. I mean, you see the smirk on Carvalhal's face there. I did not expect that so early on, Tom. 4 minutes into the game. A bit of having to get behind the ball there, getting a few blocks, and we'll just watch it back now.
The ball came over the left-hand side, got pulled back. 2 blocks in there. He dances around 2, has a shot. Another block by Thomas, fell to the bloke on the edge of the area who just puts his foot through it. He puts his lacy through the ball. We were defending for our lives then, but literally puts his foot through it, edge of the area, and goes straight across Kasper and into the far corner. I mean, what can you say? Kasper has no chance from there.
That is disappointing. Disappointing start. But look, it's 4 minutes in. Ross has changed his prediction now to 2-1. Nicely done, Ross. Nicely done. Lee says they should have cleared it. Thoughts on that comment, Tom?
I think we should have done better. I think if you look at the first one, rebounds in there, bobbles around too much. The second ball falls to Braga again. He goes past 2 players a bit too easily for my liking there. Should be able to skip round players in the box for fun with the amount of bodies we had in the box there. And then another block comes in and it falls straight to their man. A bit unlucky, really, on the way it fell to. But the first bit of play, we should be doing better than letting a player waltz through our defence.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not... I don't know, Tom. I don't know what to say after it kind of just took the energy out of me. That did so early on.
Yeah, but again, it's one of those. You change the lineup, your players got to get into that rhythm, and you'd hope you'd settle down. We didn't really look settled from the start. Rodgers out. Seriously, come on. We didn't look great from the start. Rodgers out. Come on, behave. But, one of those.
Bacon peanut butter. Nice name, though. Nice name.
I do like that name. I'll give him that. But I mean, we didn't look settled from the start, and we've taken it after 4 minutes, but there's plenty of time left in the game. As we said before, around a point away from home, it was a good point in Europe, and seeing that we'd already won the first 3, it's a good, it could be vital this point tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Is it a point and we qualify, or is it 3 points and we qualify, Tom?
3 points would guarantee you
It's 3
qualification because if you look at it, Braga are on 0, is it, or 1 at the max? I haven't got the table in front of me, but 3 points would, I think, guarantee it near enough. You're guaranteed to qualify, not to first spot, but it would be a guaranteed qualification.
What group are we, Tom, mate? Is it H?
I think it's H. Yeah, just bringing it up.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, Group G. So when us and Braga are both on 9 points, obviously 3 wins, and this group is as it stands. Yeah, this group is as it stands. Obviously, as it stands, we're level on 9. If we got the win, we would be on 9. Braga would be on 6. So obviously, we'd be on 12. 12.
Yeah, I was going to say we'd be on 12. Braga would be on 9. Braga would be on 6.
Yeah.
So they'd need to win their last 2 games. Us lose our last 2 games by heavy defeat, and AK Athens have got to win all their games, but AK Athens is still going to play Braga second, so a win tonight would probably do it.
Yeah, I think
Chelsea qualified already with 12 points.
Yeah, I think 1 point would mean it could only go down to goal difference. Us qualifying at 1 point with IK Athens, it would go down to goal difference. But yeah, we want the win. Early setback, but 4 or 5 minutes in the goal was, and we're only 7 minutes in now, so a lot can happen. Leicester try and get a ball over the top, but the keeper gets onto it. Luke Thomas in the team. Good young player he's been for us so far. He's only played a handful of games from the start. What are your thoughts on him? He's a talent, isn't he?
He's a very good talented player, but again, like all youngsters, they're going to make mistakes at the high level because you get punished for them. Where you can make a mistake in the lower leagues, and 9 times out of 10, it'll roll out for a goal kick or a corner, or it'll go out for a throw-in because it's come off your head. Nacho on the edge area, cuts inside, full to Barnes. 1-1.
Get in.
Great finish from Harvey Barnes first time. We'd be all crying for him to practice those first time shooting, and tonight it's come off for him. Lovely bit of play for me and Nacho on the edge of the area, but the ball fell to Barnes in the box. So first time left foot finish. Braga 1, Leicester
1. Well, Tom, that's the type of response we wanted in the Liverpool game. We didn't get it, unfortunately, but that's a good response.
Wow. Braga will be kicking themselves here. I mean, it's their throwing it back to the defensive midfielder who's gone to turn and play it back to the centre half, but kicked it straight to Nacho.
Oh, yeah.
He's waltzed into the box. The defender's cleared it straight to Barnes, and it's gone first time left-footed finish into the top corner, and goalie stands no chance.
Yeah.
Take that. We're back level, and now we can rebuild again. And like you say, the big word now, rebuild. Group, just calm it down now. You've had, 9 minutes of very quick football by the looks of it, and it's just time to win the ball back and settle down playing some football.
Yeah, Tom, I mean, I was going to just say for a moment, just to be fair, we give Barnes stick when he misses those types of chances against Liverpool, but we've got to give him credit. Although he was lucky in the build-up play there, getting through to him, it was a hell of a finish first time.
Oh, like I said before kickoff, I was surprised to see his name on the team sheet because I just felt that his confidence didn't seem there against Liverpool, and we were looking at the finishes. He'd missed against Liverpool, the 1-on-1, the outside of the foot when he put it wide of the post on his right, and that's his better foot. But tonight, fair play to him, Barnes, with what we've been crawling for. Get that first time finishing, lad. You don't need to take a touch, and I think what would say the last few games he would have took a touch there. So yeah, great to see him first time and place it, and it is a place. It isn't a blast. It's a side foot place into the roof of the net. So fair play from Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, and as we said, see, good response from Leicester there. Only 6 minutes after the goal that put Braga ahead. Let's see some comments here. Jay says no, Rodgers in. Well, we go. Yeah, bacon peanut butter. Get your comments in now. Bacon peanut butter. Let's see what you have to say. I think that was before the goal. Bacon peanut butter said this, lacking intensity. Jay says he is a good manager. We all know that. We don't need to get onto the chat of Rodgers in or out. We know it's in. Fee says, I said at lunchtime chat that Barnes would score. So, yeah, we love it when Braga have won the ball back here. They're going to go wide. The ball into the box, cleared by Justin.
Same again, edge of the area again for Braga, playing around nicely. But Leicester are defending in numbers quite rigid there. A rigid back five again. The four across midfield and Nacho up front in zone. Down the left-hand side, Braga will come, but Leicester win the ball back. But Braga nick it again. Braga plays a lovely little 1-2 football here. Fair play to them. Albrighton will nick it off, and it'll be a goal kick.
Goal kick.
Well played, Albrighton there for nicking the ball back.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. 50-50. Yeah,
we'll take that.
I was going to say, Tom, obviously, Kelechi and Nacho, obviously in the games he's played in the Europa, in the last game, especially against Braga, some would say, look, he got stick, and it's just ridiculous. He got stick for scoring 2 and setting up 1, and then in the previous game, setting up 2 and scoring 1. Once again, there though, I like to call him Bambi on ice sometimes. I really do, because that's how he seems a lot of the time. But I know that was an accident. It didn't even come off him. I think it came off the defender. But he does cause problems, doesn't he? He does cause problems.
You've got to look at it. He won the ball back because he judged it. He read where the ball was going to go. I know it's a very poor pass from the defensive midfielder there, but he read where the ball was going and nicked in. He then turned and ran at people. That's what Nacho's about. Like now, he's making that break into the ball, into the box. He isn't a Vardy. He doesn't want to run the channels. He doesn't want the ball in behind. He wants the ball to his feet so he can play little 1-2s, because that's what he's grown up with at Man City. Possession-based 1-2s, little box, in and around the box, and then getting the 5-10 yard finishes. That's what Nacho's about for me. He isn't about getting the ball and running 60 yards over the top and chasing on something and rounding a goalkeeper. He's more of a neat finisher when it comes to the 6 to 10 yard finish. He will score them.
Yeah,
that's the corner flick on by Justin. Flicked again by Braga. Hamza Chowdhury, ball fall back in, goalie will collect.
2 terrible headers from their defender then trying to clear it. Shocking. 2 attempts at it as well.
Again, goalies put them in trouble here, Braga. They kicked it out. Luckily, they recovered. But again, Braga tries to play quickly from the goal and nearly gave the ball away. Braga go wide on this left. Thomas will come over and try and check his man. Cuts inside. He'll go back across the side. Braga still with the ball. But at the moment, they look 6 seconds, tries to pass the ball around. Consider they were playing some good football.
Tom, I haven't checked the bench. Sorry, I haven't checked it tonight, actually. Do you know who's on there?
Yeah, let me just grab it. 30 seconds. I'm literally so bad behind tonight, mate. Normally I'll be ready to go, but
no,
literally walked in the door at 5:30.
Wow, join the club, mate. I'm always unprepared.
I know, and you know what I'm like for being prepared. You saw my paperwork last week. So the line, Leicester subs are Mendy, Perez, Vardy, Fofana, Tielemans, Ward, Jakupovic. Well, we take 2 goalkeepers on the bench. Wesley Morgan and James Maddison.
Wesley Morgan, eh? Not heard that being.
Wesley.
Morgan.
Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley Morgan. Winnie Cosgrove says, "Rest in peace, Maradona." Yes, rest in peace to a legend of the game.
Love or hate him.
Yeah,
love or hate him, and what he did in '86 is unforgivable in some ways. But come on, the bloke was an absolute legend. Probably one of the greatest footballers to ever live in this, a world where there's people classed as world class. But for me, him and Pele beyond anyone world class. And just, it's a time that we should be appreciating this man, not slatering him. So what happened in a World Cup in '86, if you look after that, the second goal he scored against England in '86 was just a piece of genius when he ran past everybody. So rest in peace to Maradona, and all thoughts with his family tonight, family and friends in this hard time.
Yep, 100% agree with what Tom has just said there. Guys, hit the like. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, remember, hit the like button. If you're watching on YouTube as well, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified whenever we're live. And also in the comment section, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, get some questions in, get your thoughts on the game. Let us know. I can see that Jay has got a question in here. And we'll read that out and we'll answer it, Tom. How far do you think we'll get in the Europa League? We've spoken about it loads. I see us. I would be. I think we can win it. I think we could win it. I think we'll definitely reach the latter stages, like quarterfinals, semi-finals. But I think we could win it. What about you, Tom?
I said from the start, I'm confident we're going into this competition with the squad we had after the summer, that we had a great opportunity. I think even now, even more with the players what will be coming back after Christmas, ready for the last 16s and the quarterfinals and semi-finals and finals, that this team is only going to get better. And I know we didn't have the greatest of game on Sunday at Anfield, and it was a very poor performance. What I think frustrated a lot of fans more than overall losing it there is the way we lost, because no one turned up. That this team's only going to get better when you got Cassagna, Pereira, and Didi, Sayanchu to come back into it. The future's so bright, and I look at the Wolves went quite far last year, and you got to take it serious enough, because there's some very, very good teams in this competition. I mean, Milan's in there. That's no pushover when you got Zlatan playing for them. You know, I'm trying to laugh at that. It's awful falling over there.
The comment. No, have you seen the comment?
No, what's the comment? When have I talked about Mark Albrighton? I haven't mentioned Albrighton.
You know what's funny, mate? You know what's funny, right?
How's he keep on it, isn't he?
All you need to see here is that Damari Gray can't even make the substitute bench, and Mark Albrighton is playing first team football in the Europa League. I think that's all there is to know about that. Damari Gray.
Can I just say, when was Albrighton defended them? We didn't even mention Mark Albrighton tonight. All I've just said, he did a great little insertion. What makes me laugh, he had one poor game at Liverpool, and suddenly, wow, we all jump on his back. Where before that, Leeds away, Arsenal away, all those 4 games. Damari Gray 2 goals. I'll be able to laugh at that. Well, fair play, Damari. You scored 2 goals against West Ham's under 23. Well, I say, as I said on Twitter, I've got no hate against Damari. He's just not good enough for Leicester. And if he was good enough for Leicester and Rodgers believed in him, then he'd be around the squad. It tells me now that his attitude stinks, and he got offered a new contract and turned it down because he wanted to play regular football. Well, you don't get in a team by just saying you want to play and you want to, do this, that, and the other. You've got to prove it. He doesn't prove it. 5.5 years at the football club. There's nothing there. He hasn't done anything in 5.5 years. Bar picked up a winner's medal. That's the most he did. Yeah,
the thing is with him, I mean, if Albrighton was out of the team for 6-7 months, would he be posting photos on Instagram about free the shackles or whatever Damari Gray wrote? I mean, he wouldn't. He's professional. Yeah, exactly.
But hold on. You're going to say 15 minutes per game, Reece. But when he does get a start, when he comes on, does 15 minutes of brilliance, fair play to him. I'll clap him off the pitch. But then Rodgers, Puel, they've all given him opportunities to then play in a game or two the next game, and he's never done anything. He then gets subbed at half time or 60 minutes in because he's done nothing. So to say 15 minutes a game is just absolute tosh. What I think is brilliant.
Guys, I want to just, for anyone who doesn't know the context behind this, I just wanted to say we're not just getting on Gray's back. That's not what we're here for. We defend our players. When we're not throwing players under the bus. The debate here is Albrighton or Gray, just to put some context. Reece says, anyway, I just came to see if you can still defend Albrighton.
I'll just block him.
But guys, we've done several polls on Twitter, Albrighton or Gray. I think 90% of people prefer Albrighton, and I think that's pretty obvious. He's a better player. So that's all we need to know. 90% of fans are backing Albrighton over Gray. That's it. Anyway, let's move on.
A bit of
out of the. Yeah, we don't have time for silly, childish.
Silly arguments for no reason about it, is there? So. Do you think we need another striker? I'd like to see Eduardo from Celtic. I'd love to see Eduardo from Celtic. I think he's a very promising player, but again, it's money, and we haven't got a bottomless pit to go and spend another 40 million on a striker. But I think maybe next summer that will be the main area where we will look to strengthen. Now, I think if you look at the rest of the squad, if you tie Johnny Evans down to a new contract, Fuchs I think will stay for 1 more year. As the backup centre half, knowing that he might play a cup game now and then I think that will be the main area to strengthen, because you got Jamie, you got Iheanacho, who's proven he can score goals in the Europe. You just probably need that different type of striker though. But it's difficult because if you bring in a different striker, you've got to stop the way you play in 3 years' time to suit that new striker, because at the moment we literally play a way that suits Jamie Vardy down to a T. So unless you can find a like-for-like Vardy, what's going to be near enough impossible, you've got to try and adapt the way we play a little bit more.
Yeah, 100%. Jay there with another question. Other than Jamie Vardy, who do you think is our most important best player? I'll start with this one. I
Oh, you know what? I don't think I will start. It's weird because normally, you know, I would have probably said Ndidi in the past because I think there was always a noticeable difference in performances when Ndidi wasn't on the pitch. However, you know, in the last few weeks, the last couple of months, you know, we've played really, really well and really good football with Mendy in the team. So I don't know. I think it's a tough one. I'll go Yeah, I'll go to Tom on this one. I'm not too sure.
If I'm honest, for the season so far, I think Tielemans has been our most consistent player for going forward. Mendy's been brilliant defensively, but if you don't have that creativity, you're not going to score goals. And I think Tielemans have come back this season, bar Liverpool, and been absolute class, like literally showing the reason we paid the 40 million for him. He looks fitter, he looks sharper. I think a Liverpool game, I think, caught up with him because he's played that much football so far this season, especially with the 2 international games as well on top of the Premier League. I think Tielemans for us really makes us tick at times, and some of his balls this season, the ball for the Arsenal goal away over the top for Under to run in, you know, those kind of things have been priceless this season. See Tielemans getting back to some form. So I think without him, we probably would have struggled. The other person I'm going to mention is Dennis Pratt. His standards this year has been absolutely outstanding. And without him, I think we look such a better team with him in the team than we do without. But it's then, who do you not play? If you play Pratt, you either got to drop Tielemans or Maddison to play him. So it's such a difficult situation to do.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about, you mentioned Pratt there. What we'll do, Tom got us a really, really good stat the other day about the difference when we've got Pratt in and out the team. What we'll do is at half time, I'll get it and then I'll put it on here in the second half, and we'll have, you know, everyone can have a look at it. But, you know, it shows, Tom, you know, the word glue is being used. I just think we look so much more balanced in the side with Pratt in there. In the West Ham game, he didn't play in the West Ham game, did he? When we lost 3-0.
Didn't play West Ham, came off the bench, I think, that game. Or no, he might have been injured the West Ham game.
I think he was injured, yeah.
We look so much better. We look so much better. You know, and be honest, he looks better. He looks more comfortable in that forward position, just playing behind the striker than he does in a central role. Don't get me wrong, he works and he wins the ball back. But overall, we just look at more solid team with him holding, you know, in front of Tielemans and Mendy, him just holding the ship and just playing the simple balls, because he's got that vision as well to play football. Oh, lovely football. And it's round the goal. He cuts it back 2-1 to Braga.
That is 2-1 to Braga. All I can say is that is quality football, what they've just done. Tom, you got to agree.
Oh, second to none. The slide ball through the heart of the defence, the striker to compose himself and go round the strike, round Casper, to then not to panic and shoot, but to then lay the ball back 5 yards for his teammate to run onto and slide into an empty net. Fair play to Braga there. That's some absolutely fantastic football, and it's completely opened us up. They did. Many 1 or 2 touch football there. There you go.
Not many teams are defending against that, mate. No. Let's just watch that back.
Ooh,
if there was VAR, it could have been.
VAR is offside by VAR is off by an armpit probably, but the 1-2 football there. I mean, it's just fantastic. I mean, no panic there either. Just pull it back for your teammate to tap it in. What can you say? I said before they'd beaten Benfica recently. They're not, that 4-0 defeat at the KP to us was not the game they played before. So we're seeing the real Braga tonight so far. Very, very tippy-tappy football at times.
You know what, Tommy? If that was, like if the VAR was here, I would have said just give it them. That was quality. I got like if you're a football fan, that is football at its best. That little bit of play.
Go to the goal we scored against West Ham. That's very similar to that goal. The little 1-2s around the bottom, what Harvey Barnes finished, but it was ruled offside. That's how good that goal was.
Yeah, quality.
Chris did just put us in there. We made our own promise. We did, because we didn't close the first ball down. Yeah. As soon as it came through the first phase of the midfield, they were on our back four, and the back four had 4 players against them. So they literally just passed it round for fun.
Yeah, there's a comment here. Let's go back to a couple of questions. Hi guys, hope you're well. I've heard rumours about Luka Jovic from Real Madrid being linked to Leicester. I believe he's a Serbian striker. I think he's Serbian. he scored a good goal the other night, actually, in the international games. He does look like a bit of a talent, but I don't think it's working out for him at Real Madrid. At Eintracht Frankfurt, when he was there, he was scoring goals. So it's, a Real Madrid player coming to the King Power. I mean, that's always a little bit exciting, isn't it, Tom? But what have you thought? What do you think about what you've seen on him?
He's look, you don't go to Real Madrid, you ain't got something about you, do you? He's a talented player. Again, he's a typical Real Madrid signing who's a third, fourth choice striker who's not going to play that many games for them. So it's difficult to judge him what he's done at Real Madrid. But before that, his record was fantastic. We let go of a good striker, though, what always haunts me to this day in Kramovic. I watched his first game and I said the boy was class then. And to see the boy go out the door without having a really good chance at it was another player we never really got to see the best of. I said at the time that we would regret that decision. And he's gone on to be superb in German football. Oh, we're giving the ball away, but we've cleared it this time. Yeah, Kasper with a very, very poor back of clearing straight to the Braga midfielder. But I said at the time we would pay the price for letting Kramovic go out the door at such a young age after signing him, for.
Iheanacho trying to win it back. Under. Oh, how's he missed it? Undone.
Under. So Nacho with some great pressing at the back, flicks it past him. Under runs onto it, chips it. Well, it was a hard trance because the ball was running, but he was offside. He's a mile offside. Under was. So I don't know what the line was. Did it
come off Nacho though, or was it the defender hitting it back? Look.
I think he.
Yeah.
The defender. So the defender passed it back, but he just couldn't get his feet. So the first one, he flicks it straight at the goalkeeper. Well, he tries to bend it in the bottom corner, and the goalie gets a very strong hand. I'll give it that. The second one is his body movement. He's going the wrong way from the ball, and he can't stop himself. He completely missed it.
The second one's unlucky, Tom. The first one he should be putting away, I think.
I expect him to put it on the floor.
Yeah, I expected him to try and take it round, if I'm honest, mate. That's what I expected him to do. But he tried to kind of, flare it, finesse it, didn't he? But
if he kicks it on the floor, it's a goal. If he kicks it on the floor, it's a goal. The goalie's not getting down to that, but he kicked it in the air at the goalkeeper's height of the hand, as you would say, in that position, and he saves it.
Should be 2-2. Should be
2-2. Again, fair play to Nacho. They're great work rate from that front. It'll be a corner to Leicester, where we 28 minutes in. It'll be Under to swing it into the box. Past the front post, all the way to the back, and the head is clear. It'll come to
interesting.
Thomas to clear. Ball will come back. Albright will clear this back to Kasper, and we'll regroup. Just be sensible, Kasper. I know, I was just thinking that. Don't go mental. Kasper will go long, flicks it on. Barnes will chase this one, and we'll get a throw. But Under should have scored there. It should have been 2-2 for me.
Jay says, showing signs of some good attacking football, Tom. I'd have to agree with that, at times. But it's at times, It's not as often as we'd hope, but they're a good side. As we just saw with their goal.
Oh, you can't fault them at the end of the day. They can play some good football. I don't think we saw the real Braga when they came to the KP. I think we're seeing a completely different Braga to the one that came to the KP.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. And there we go. Look, agreeing with you there. Seeing the real Braga tonight, like Tom said. I said before the match, draw would be a good result. So, bacon, peanut butter, damn. But bacon, peanut butter, you're sure you're a Leicester fan? Because you only seem to comment when we concede. So next time we score, get a comments in. Let us know what you think to the goal or the performance. Andy said, go on.
So I was going to say, ball with Fuchs at the back at the moment, just so people know where we are. Yeah. Just playing it around at the back at the moment. If I'm honest, the one player who's getting caught out quite a bit in midfield is Hamza Chowdhury. I mean, he's got. If you look at it now, we're playing more of a back four. It's like we've changed shape a little bit now. Then you've got Hamza and Pratt sitting in front of them. Albrighton's gone wide, right, and Under's come into the middle. Is it more of a 10? It's
an option which you already have, isn't it? When you play this formation, it's an option that you always have to kind of switch it around a little bit, get one man further forward, switch to two centre halves. Luke Thomas again.
Braga are pressing us at the moment, but fair play. Luke Thomas positioning there, read the ball. They tried to go wide. There were a man over at the back post. They tried to whip it out to him, but Luke Thomas read it and gone wide quickly.
Yeah, Andy says here should have taken it on the keeper. Yeah, I wouldn't say should have. I mean, I think that's what I saw. For some reason in my head, I thought he's going to take it on the keeper because he's the kind of player to try that, isn't he? Under. So I did think he would because I don't know if you've noticed, Tom. I was going to say earlier, I forgot to say, this keeper is he's like a sweeper. He's coming out. He's like trying to do an Edison or something. Like he is pushing out of his goal. So obviously he was always going to rush under there. So I did see him taking on the keeper. But I mean, there's that goal being shown back again. It was brilliant.
I mean, this pass here to knock it back, literally know where your teammate is going to be. Fair play to him. I mean, it's a great little pass. I mean, the whole goal was superb for them. If you're honest with you, you can't sit here and go, "Oh, that's sloppy." I mean, bar the first pass where they get into and in and around the box, lost the ball again. Trying to be clever there from Hansa and Dennis Pratt for me. Just simple passes there, too much flicky.
This is what was happening in Liverpool, mate. You know, we gave the ball away far too much. And yeah, I mean, teams are going to punish us, you know, in the Europa League and the Premier League. So maybe they wouldn't punish us in under 23s matches, Tom. You know,
Barnes will run at the centre half into the box, chips it up. Luke Thomas heads over the crossbar. If he leaves it, the ball's in towards the back post where Nacho's standing, but the second was clearly offside. At least VAR would have made the right decision. Again, I said at the time, I think VAR would have given that offside. It was close enough, but I think there was enough in between the play that he would have given it. This is the problem, you know, VAR isn't used. I mean, Tillerman's warming up. I've got a feeling we might see him at half time because, as someone just put, we've got no creativity in the team.
Yeah, that bacon, peanut. Oh, there we go. Literally no playmaker on the pitch right now. Yeah, just what you were saying there, Tom. I mean, I don't think it was clearly offside in terms of like the lino. You know, if he would have seen that and called that, and it, you know, that would have been a brilliant call, like nearly impossible. It was that close, but Braga are going to run down this left side. Justin should clear it.
Away by Casper.
But like, I think, yeah, obviously if it went to VAR, then yeah, it's going to be ruled out. But I think they deserved the goal, if I'm honest, mate. I can't really argue. I think they deserved it.
The second was good. We're shocking tonight. I wouldn't say we're shocking. I don't think this is bad as Liverpool was. We've actually turned up and we've tried to play football at time, but at the moment, with the team we've got out there, I don't mean that disrespectful, but you know, if you look at it, someone put on the thing, we've got 7 May first teamers out tonight, 4 injuries and 5 on the bench. It makes a big difference about it, but I don't think it's a shocking performance. Liverpool was shocking because we didn't do anything. I just feel tonight that we've probably been outplayed by a very, very good Braga team. And when we do get the ball, as we are putting 2 or 3, 4 passes together, but then we're giving it straight back to them. Thomas off at half time. But again, who do we bring on? That's my question. If we're going to take Thomas off, are you going to change formation? Because have we got another left back to come on the pitch and do a job?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think a change in midfield is going to have to happen. To be fair, mate, I don't think it's, you know, drag him off at all. Because Pratt's playing more of a central midfielder role here, isn't he, compared to previous games? Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's playing next to
under and
yeah. Under
is that Thomas? I'm just looking at where Thomas is on the pitch, mate.
At the moment, he's top of the left-hand side. Under's lost the ball. No foul. Definitely no foul. Bloke wins it. Under just went down too easily there for my liking.
Yeah, and we've seen it before. No, Thomas is playing a bit of like an inverted. He's back to position now, mate. When we were a bit further up the pitch, he was playing like a bit of an inverted wing back, full back kind of thing. He was coming into the midfield a little bit, covering for, you know, Hamza. So that's interesting to see, you know, the position in there. Christopher says, can someone please explain what they've seen in Yunda? I see a very talented young player who does like to go down easily, you know, in fairness.
Right, so at the moment, Justin has gone down injured. Doesn't look good. Hamza's now gone down injured as well. Referee stopped the games. Free kick to Leicester for the challenge on
Justin
Chowdhury. But this don't look good for it. He's in a lot of pain by the looks of it.
Is it his hip? I think it's his hip, maybe. We'll have a look here. Oh, that's not great. It doesn't look good, mate.
Looks like a knee injury to me.
It's not impact, is it? There was no impact.
He looks like he plants his foot, and he just seems. I mean, that Chowdhury will be all right after that. It's just a kick to the ankle to me.
You're all right, mate. Get up.
I think Chowdhury's more just win the free kick and settle it down a bit. If I'm honest, a bit of professional there from Chowdhury, that he knew the bloke was coming. If I turn him, then I'm going to get a free kick here, and we've got a man down. Justin was very dodgy because no one seemed to be around him. If I'm honest, he skipped past his man, and then as he plants his foot, he just seems to just fall over.
I think he's twisted something, maybe, mate.
If we take Thomas off, bring on Ricardo on. We haven't got Ricardo on the bench. Yeah. Ricardo's not travelled with the squad. Nina has Timothy Cassagna. They are not fit and ready to play. Ooh, just like he just twists his ankle, but it seemed to have gone up his leg, if I'm honest. He's up now and he's walking, so let's hope that's a good sign that he's moving, not freely, but he's moving.
Yeah, Mike Jenny, you made me have to check my phone there to make sure that Ricky P weren't in the squad. No, he's not in the squad. So, I mean, Bacon Peanut Butter says we need Ricardo Pereira. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think we don't need. We've done all right. Don't get me wrong. In whilst he's being away from the team, but it's always going to be positive when you bring him in. And as Tom and Phil were saying at lunchtime today, there's no absolutely we shouldn't just categorically should not rush them back. We've seen Madison rush back and things like that, and it's not gone well. So Braga trying to get the ball through.
Rogers was saying earlier that Ricky P would be 2 to 3 weeks back. So I'm not surprised he's had a nasty injury. So, he's only played, what was it, 60 minutes he played the other night for the under-23s?
Yeah.
That's minute numbers for a player who's coming back after 8 months out, 9 months out. So the boy's going to need time to get back there. It's great to see he's training with the lads again. He's probably helping him on the way, getting his fitness up. But we can't rush player back. Same with Ndidi. We did it last year. Celtic 2-1 down. That's nice to see.
Chris Sutton.
But we'll go left anyway with Luke Thomas up the left-hand side. He'll cut it back. He'll come to Chowdhury, to Barnes. Barnes will look up. Barnes will play a ball over the top to to Under. Under will take a touch, and he'll lose it. He will claim in handball, but I didn't see it myself at the time. Ball will go wide right. I mean, at times Braga do like to play the long pass.
It's a great ball through.
That's a great ball, and Albrighton's been caught out. I'll say it. Albrighton was caught out there. Shot. Oh, Casper's saved it. I mean, Casper's been lucky there because. Oh dear, referee! Oh dear, the referee has just completely mullered him. He's playing on, and Under is running up the wing. Under's done him. Under's they're 2-on-2.
Under took it a little bit too far. He tried. That was a bit of. That was chaotic. That 2 minutes or so.
So the first ball went out wide in Albrighton. I would say it. People like Reese and that lot. So I won't criticise Albrighton for a professional there. Albrighton was caught out. It was the referee then. I'm honest, the referee stands his ground and the player just seems to run into him. Under then gets the ball on the left-hand side and breaks, cuts inside, and it's a tame shot into the goalie. But it's all about the goalkeeper and that player and the referee taking each other out of play. There was quite comical.
If I'm honest, mate, I think the referee could have moved out of the way. He could have put a bit more effort. You know what I mean? I don't think he did his best.
That referee, he's a chunky man. He is. He's not to argue with that. To be honest, He's not nonsense.
Yeah, Christopher says Locks Gray would have finished that.
I think that's the old fishing rod out there. If I'm honest with you, Christopher.
Look, the thing is with Gray, like I said, I'm not slagging him off. I'm not sat here. The only thing with
ball in by Justin. Oh, headed away. It'll be a corner. What a ball by Justin there. Whipped it in. Sorry for interrupting you there, Locks.
No, it's all right, mate.
Whipped it in deep. And Nacho, if it misses the defender's got a free header at the back post, but just gets away with the defenders there. What a ball from Justin. And we're going to see the replay of the referee taking him out. Oh, no,
I don't know what
Casper. I mean, Casper there gets lucky. It bobbles up over his hand, over his other hand, and he's the referee. Oh, no, I'm not having that. The referee can't get out of the way there. He's putting his arms up to say, I'm moving, and the bloke runs into him.
There would have been controversy if we'd gone and scored that, Tom. Scored an equaliser from there, I'm sure.
What's he just saying about Damari? That, I'd love Damari Gray to work out. When we signed Damari Gray, I was full of optimism. We'd signed a 3.7 million winger from Birmingham a talented, I mean it, a very talented young individual with so much promise and potential to go and light up the Premier League. We saw it in spits and spurts, you know, in his first 6 months when we won the title. He scored a wonder goal at Man United away, and I think that went to his head when he cut inside and we lost 4-1. And we haven't seen him do much. We've then seen glimpses against under Puel when Puel came in. The game against Everton when he ran the length of the pitch and set up Mahrez, who slid it to Vardy. We've seen glimpses of what this kid can do, but we haven't seen enough. And that's where my biggest problem with Demarai Gray stands, that this lad's earning 55k a week. There's players who are not earning that kind of money who are better than him. And I think we're wasting money on an individual who does not seem to be bothered about it.
Yeah. Let's just go, just before we move on to the other comments, as we were, not there, sorry, Christopher's comment. Yeah, what I was saying was, I'll try and get simple for the next bloody attack. I haven't got anything against Gray. Like, well, I do. I do have something against Gray, and I just think it's his attitude, right? But we weren't arguing. We weren't just sat here slagging him off. The debate was with Reese because he thinks Gray should be in the team over Albrighton. A lot of fans think Albrighton deserves the place over Gray. I think that's pretty obvious. So that's what the discussion about Gray was. We weren't just sat here and go, oh, well, you know, Gray's a blah, blah, blah. We weren't doing that. As someone has put here, as Phil or Jamie has put, you know, please like, follow, subscribe, whichever social media platform you are watching on. Please click the like button on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. Hit the subscribe button as well on YouTube to get us nearer to that 6,000 subscribers. As you can see in the top left corner, it says there, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and
ball over the top, headed away, but just the referee's got in the way there for me. That's where the referee should blow. He's got in the way of, was it Pratt trying to win a header, and don't know what the referee's doing there.
Yeah, and finally, sorry, Tom. Yeah, finally, if you're watching, if you can, drop us a super chat, help us grow bigger and bigger. Yeah, I mean, look, Tom, Michael says Gray has never progressed, and this is the last thing we'll say on Gray. I think we can all. I mean, it's what you said there, Tom.
There's no point. He's not coming back into the team. You know, I think we've seen it now that Brendan Rodgers has got no time for the boy, and I think if he'd come in and worked hard, then he would have got his chance. And I think something has gone off on the training field between Gray or Rodgers, because he doesn't even pick him on, you know, in a game tonight where he could have had an opportunity to play in front of Barnes. You know, don't get me wrong, I'd love Demarai Gray in the next 6 months to prove me wrong and go and get 10 assists and 10 goals and show why we should keep him. But how many assists he got in the last 5 years? How many goals has he got in 5 years as a winger? They're not good enough stats in this league, and that's where, if you look at it, and everyone will say now, Albrighton's stats as a winger, as an assistant, phenomenal. In the, you know, his link-up play with Vardy over the years has been excellent. So it's not just a case of we love Albrighton Brigade. I always have a point on Gray that I think the kid has got a lot of potential, but we've never seen it.
Yeah. I mean, Christopher's just come back and said obviously he's just been turning on and off, so it hasn't caught much. But just as Braga have an attack on the left side, they'll get a ball through.
Ball through into the box, pull back. Oh, great save, Kasper Schmeichel. Way too easy for Braga there. The ball was played down the line. The winger then held the ball up nicely, and Shea plays a reverse ball down the line again. Albrighton, I'll criticise him again, caught out of position, too easy for the player to get into the box, pulls it back. No one's defending the man running onto the end of this pullback. And Schmeichel with a terrific save there. The keeper's in the game, because otherwise that is 3-1 and game over for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too easy for them at the minute. I don't know what else to say really apart from that. They need to regroup at half time. There's 2 minutes at a time. Braga will get a ball into the box here. Fuchs will header it away.
By Albrighton on the flick of the edge of the area. And Braga will win a throw after it comes off under with 2 minutes to go in the injury time of the first half.
No, Christopher just added to the argument there. Barnes struggles to finish, and we have someone like Gray who normally takes his chances. They are as bad as each other.
I can't agree with that.
No,
on the basis that Barnes has probably more assists in less games for Leicester. I can't verify that without looking at the stats. I'll try and find it at half time. But for me, the Barnes is a lot better at his assists than Demarai Gray's been at the club since he's been here. Goal wise, I think both of them are probably the same kind of standard with the finishes. We can see brilliant finishes, but we also seen them when they've had a sitter and missed it.
Yeah, Braga are just getting too much time on the ball here. They're getting dangerous balls in. It's going to be a good time for half time. We just can't. I'm not going to say what I was going to say because I jinxed it last time. Actually, I'll stop there. But yeah, look at another one there, Tom. Another one. He's claiming for a foul.
It's not a foul. Never touched him. Never touched him. I don't know what in the Braga player. Thank you, referee. Tell him to go away. Not even near him. Trying to say claim for a penalty. No, it's not, mate. There's nowhere near him. The ball came in across the box. Fuchs doesn't even touch the bloke, and he goes over like, he thinks he's going to get a penalty for it. The ball went straight past him, and he falls over. Fuchs
corner in here. There'll be a corner from Braga in the last minute of the first half.
To the edge of the area. He takes a long shot. It will deflect off Johnny Evans and go out for another corner. 15 seconds to go. Come on, boys. Hold on to half time. We can go in at 2-1. You've got something to play for. Another goal against, and it's a long way back for me in this second half.
I don't know what to make of it. I think when we got the equalizer, Tom, it looks a bit better. But
we calmed down. We literally calmed down when that equalizer went in, and then sucker punch of a very good goal, and we can't. We just seem to have gone back into our shells a bit. Good.
It's half time.
Right, mate. I'm going to shoot because I'm going to put the boy to bed. I'll be back.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. See you at second half. So, guys, that is half time in the Braga game. It's Braga 2, Leicester 1. Braga went up inside 3 minutes. Leicester equalised about 6-7 minutes later. And then Braga got another goal, and it's 2-1 as Phil joins us. Thoughts on that, Phil?
Yeah, we're getting a bit outplayed, aren't we, Locks? A little bit.
Again?
Yeah, a little bit. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think once again, giving the ball away way too many times. That's a problem. I think we'll see Tielemans in the second half straight away. I think he'll be off the bench at half time. We need someone to not just playmaker in there, but also just someone who can kind of steady the ship a little bit. I don't know who that'll be for. Maybe Hamza. I don't know, but yeah, something needs to change definitely because one more goal from Braga, that could be it.
Brilliant, Locks. Thanks for that first half. I'll let you go and have a break.
Cheers, mate. See you soon.
See you
Bye-bye.
soon. Thanks for joining us. It's half time at Braga, 2-1 to Leicester. Well, 2-1 down, Leicester are. Get your views in, get your comments in. We want to know what you think. Mike says we look weak in the middle of the pitch. It doesn't quite look right, does it, Mike? I don't think out there. To be fair, Casper's kept us in it a couple of times, 2 or 3 or 4 times. We seem to be losing the ball. Jason says Leicester need to wake up. Absolutely would agree with that. Mitesh, watching on YouTube. Thanks, Mitesh, says too many holes in defence. Schmeichel is fuming. Well, he has kept us in it. Kasper Schmeichel has definitely kept us in it. Craig says we're losing out in midfield. What would you do, Craig? How'd you change it? What would you do? Is it a bit... You've got Chowdhury and Pratt in there. Do you need a bit of a creative midfielder in there? Let us know what you think to that. Imtiaz says it's for his crosses and his work rate. I think he's talking about Mark or Brighton in there. Nick says they're not looking comfortable at all. Fuchs making a lot of mistakes. Nacho not sure about an under, trying too hard at times. That's interesting about under. What do you reckon about under? He had a great chance to make it, what was the score at the time? I think it was to make it 2-2, wasn't it, obviously? David saying get regroup and get Yuri on. Saw Tielemans warming up just before half-time. Nick saying maybe get Barbs on and Madders on. We've got a strong bench, so if we have to, we'll go for it in there. Daniel says the only thing I'm enjoying is Casper's colourful language. Yeah, I don't know about you. I normally, when we've been having to watch these games in lockdown, I always have the fake noise on. So it's quite unusual for me to be watching it with just the noise of the players shouting. And you can hear a few of the, you can hear what's going on, put it that way. Vardy needs to come on as well, says Craig. Keep getting your views in. Rudy says, got to bring the big guns on if we want anything from this. We are all over the place. Lucky Braga aren't out of sight. They could have been 3, they could have been 4, they could have been 5. They actually could, Rudy, today. Chris is saying get Hamza and Albrighton off for Fafana and Yurion. As much as I like the 2 coming off, they're just not good enough. Ooh, interesting there. Mike saying go 4-4. 4-3-3 and make it more attacking, take the game to them. Dave saying we need to improve in the second half. Bill, yeah, it looks like, Bill says keeper wants to learn how to kick a ball. And Chris is saying Braga have played very well, though. They have indeed. Keep all your views coming in. Patrick again saying Casper's distribution is awful. Well, his saving's been pretty good, Patrick, today. Ian saying we look decent in spells, but we need to wake up. I need to apologise because I said that big cliff behind the goal would be great for when Harvey Barnes misses and the ball comes back quickly. It was a good goal by Harvey Barnes, so that'll teach me to keep my big trap shut. Craig saying Evans needs his partner back also. Casper, man of the match, says Nick for 2 big saves. He's made at least 2 big saves. Was their player slightly offside for their second goal? Maybe. I tell you what, though, I'd rather have those decisions go against you and not have VAR. I really would. It's so nice watching a game without VAR. So absolutely nice to not have it, even though their second goal could have been just about off. Fee saying, yes, Phil. I said Harvey was scored. Yeah, well done, Fee. I said he'd miss and hit the big cliff, but he didn't. It's not going very well when the referee did more to close down the Braga player. Yeah, comedy. I thought that was obviously the incident that we nearly went up and scored. I thought that was great when it nearly happened. Anthony says, absolutely have to agree about VAR. Yeah, I'd rather have no VAR and we have a goal go against us. I really would. It's so refreshing not to have it. Ben's saying, Madders, Vardy, Yuri, Fofana, Mendy on at half time. I've got Jack's going to join us very shortly. VAR would have ruled it out. Defo offside, says Rudy. I know, but listen, fine margins. I'd rather the game just goes on and it gets in. That's my opinion of it. I'd rather have no VAR, and some of those you win, some you lose. It does even itself out in the long run. And I'd rather see more goals. I'd rather it be 2-1 down and no VAR, and then Leicester got to chase the game. I honestly would. Somebody disagrees. VAR is a better outcome. Well, just from going down and watching games, I detest VAR. I'd rather have that second goal go against us. Let's add Jack in. Jack, hi Jack. What do you reckon to that first half then?
Frustrating. They've been really all over us, haven't they, from start to the half time, really. We've not really got into the game, and we've been very lucky to not go 3 or 4, maybe 5 behind. With Casper's saves, it's kept us in it, really, hasn't it? I think we really need to start making changes at half time and then take the game to them.
It comes to something when, like Ben Morgan says here, the ref's having a blinder. He's been our best defender.
Yeah. You could say actually took the Braga player out, so he's done better defending what Fuchs has and all Brighton, and we're just all over the place at the back. We're slow. We're too slow to get backwards. We can go forward. It's when we get back we're too slow, and they've got the pace to overcome us, isn't it? So.
Yeah, Imtiaz says it was probably the wrong day for him to have a bet on Leicester. It always is. Imtiaz, listen, you best learn very, very quickly. Never bet on Leicester. The only time I bet on Leicester is, and I'll let you in secret, is for Leicester to lose. Because that way, I don't care if I lose my money because we win. So that's the only way you can win money on Leicester, in my opinion. Anyway, Jack, Under had a great chance, didn't he, to make it 2-2 and fluffed his lines.
I think he's had 2 great chances, Phil, to be honest. He's had the first one where he should have scored, maybe rounded the goalkeeper and tapped it in the net. And then the second one, kind of trying to take them both on, but he's puffy shots, and it's really soft shooting. So he's wasted 2 good chances where we could have been back in the game or even leading the game.
Yeah, and I thought I was giving in my household, I was giving Nacho fantastic credit for passing the ball through to Harvey Barnes as well. I was going, Nacho's in there again with another assist. Yeah, I saw it back in replay. It wasn't, was it? It was the defender, but a good goal from Barnes. Yeah.
I think they've been lucky, really, Braga, in some stages of the game where their defending's been passing it back to the goalkeeper, and that goalkeeper seems to be very quick to come out. But I think if we put Vardy on, he ain't going to want to bet his chances against him.
Anthony says we're a bit of a shambles all over the field. We look like we did against Sunday against Liverpool. I sort of hear what he's saying, Jack. Do you?
Yeah, I thought Fuchs were poor against Liverpool. All Brighton were no better. There seems to be the same players tonight what we're playing against Liverpool in the defence. Johnny Evans, it's the same three, isn't it? What played against Liverpool, well, as Robbie Savage put it, Liverpool didn't really have to do much against Leicester to get the ball through. They just passed it through and they had the opportunities and goal, and it's proven it tonight as well. So we've got to harden up at the back and really be more stronger.
Chris says there, I think he's a bit obviously tongue-in-cheek, but a bit cheeky with it as well. He's saying, pull out. It's that kind of performance. Hey, listen, Chris, we are in the Europa League. This is a higher... Oh, I'd say it's... I'm not sure it is a higher standard, Jack, than the Premier League. It isn't, is it?
Not really. I don't think the Portuguese league's high profile. They're just... In them foreign leagues, the more... kind of like want to break your leg sort of thing. They like slide you and everything and dive on the floor, and it's just, you think, okay, then the referee's getting everything against Leicester at the minute, and you expect it when you go to teams against Braga and whoever you face away from home, and these foreign referees just give it for anything. In the Premier League, I think they're more lenient towards it.
Yeah, Daniel says here we need a reaction, but bet Brendan leaves it till 60 minutes again. What Jack? What sort of stuff would you do at half time? Anything,
Midfield.
or would you leave it? Yeah,
I wouldn't leave it. Maybe bring Mendy on for Chowdhury. Take Albrighton off. Maybe bring Perez on. Maddison. Fofana needs to come on for Fuchs. Maybe put Vardy up with Kel and see if that works.
Jack, you've just made about 9 changes there, mate.
It's that bad. I think we need it this sort of game, Phil.
Yeah, I tell you what. Ben's saying maybe there aren't the players in that team that just aren't good enough. Hamza brings nothing to the team. It's far too soon for young Thomas, and Albrighton is just useless. I think listen, Ben's allowed his view, Jack. It's maybe a bit harsh, but this is what happens sometimes when you've got a squad team. We have got the big guns on the bench, and that means that sometimes I think Hamza, if he was in what would be the first team, is fine. If Albrighton, but maybe when there's a few too many in there, Jack, maybe it is stretching it a little bit. The squad, perhaps the depth isn't quite there. But what do you think?
I think you can understand fans' frustration. I think 2 or 3 changes tonight would have been fine, but the amount of changes he's made. And Albrighton ain't a right wing back. He, is a right mid. Fuchs, he ain't a centre off. I would have started Wes, to be honest, big Wes or little Wes, and gone with that formation. Chowdhury is good in a better 11 than what we've got out tonight. Dennis Pratt, I've not really seen him so far, and he's you see him more when Tillemans is on, innit? The Belgian double, as you could call it. But I think we're missing that sort of energy tonight and that sort of spark. So hopefully second half he'll bring that to the team.
All right, Jack, it's nearly second half. We'll see you at the end, hopefully, if you click on the link. We'll see you later. Just thanks, Jack, for joining us. Thanks for all your comments at half time. I know the boys are going to be popping themselves back in here. Nick Moore says, bit harsh on Albrighton. I think Hamza's doing all right. Imtiaz says Coca-Cola. I don't get that one, Imtiaz. Somebody in the Facebook group says Chowdhury and James off. Tillemans and Maddison on. Albrighton off. Vardy on. Go 4-4-2. Wayne saying, how many of those starting 11 will be the first choice when all fit? Well, listen, we're still in it. I think that's the best bit. Locks and Tom, are you ready to come back in for that second half? Add yourselves. I'll add you back in. Here we go. There's Tom back in for the second half. Here comes Locks.
Hello.
Brilliant, chaps. I think we're still in it, guys. Definitely still in it, but Braga already could be 3 or 4 up, Tom.
Casper's been fantastic again. I mean, okay, one dodgy save where he somehow fumbled the ball up with both hands and kept it out. But
he did. But then he saved himself because that was going in. Yeah,
he's kept us in it once again tonight, and some sloppy play at times. But what can we say? It's 2-1. They were still in the game. As the saying goes, next goal's crucial if we can get it. The lift changes have to be made. You can make 5 subs in this competition. So I'd like to see some changes being made and try and a bit more creativity back on it, because at the moment we don't seem to create enough in that midfield. The park, Tillemans hopefully to come on, open it up. I'd like someone put 4-4-2. Do you know what? I'd like to 4-4-2. We've got nothing to lose now in this game. And for me, if we can get Vardy and Nacho up front together and see if they can do something, why not?
Absolutely. Before I go, Fee said she's going to come on for the post-match show. I'll be back here, lads, after the second half to see what the fans' views are. So, Fee, please do come and click on that link. Right, guys, I'll let you crack on with the second half. Enjoy it.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. So Tom's got another Corona. I've got another Sol. Mexican rivals. I'm enjoying the Sol recently, mate. I'm enjoying it. So it's all good. It's all good. What are you gonna say?
It's the weak sister.
Oh yeah. Well, it is weaker, but I think it's a bit nicer. So
they're both good lagers. You know, both good fine beers, mate.
Yeah,
No
Sol,
lime,
Corona.
yeah, so good to that.
Sol, Corona, all bright and grey. You know.
That's a very, very good comparison.
Messi, Ronaldo. But yeah, so I've just been trying to get up the stat, Tom, that you said the other day. Do you remember what it was conceded? One got
Let me have a look,
without him.
I'm sure we can find it. I'll put it in there because it was quite an interesting one. I found it on Twitter, and I thought at the time I was like, this actually is quite realistic to where we've been at with Dennis Pratt in and out of the team.
I don't need you to read it all. I just need to know the.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to find the percentages.
Yeah, it's just the last one I need. Without him, conceded without him. I think it was Tuesday in the hosts chat. But yeah, back to kick off, guys. Braga 2, Leicester 1. Hopefully we can get back in the game. Any changes yet, Tom? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I haven't seen any change at half time. Let me just have a look.
Sorry, mate. You do different things here.
Right, mate. I can multitask. I don't know if you can find this photo now. Where's it gone?
I don't think it was a photo, mate. It was just like a. Oh, I found it, mate. I found it.
Got it.
Yeah, sorry. So here's a stat. This is just a comparison of Dennis Pratt in the team. So this is after 12 games, everyone. So with Pratt in the Premier League and Europa League, 1 goal scored every 39 minutes and 1 goal conceded every 133 minutes. Leicester without Pratt in the Premier League and Europa League, 1 goal scored every 42 minutes and 1 goal scored conceded every 52. That's right. Yeah, that is right. Yeah.
1 goal scored every 42 and conceded 50. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously with him, we're scoring more
Fofana's
often.
coming on by the looks of it, mate. I've just seen a streak of blonde whiz past the screen going across the pitch. I know, not yet. It might be though. Nacho's second half hat trick for Baldy Locks or Blondie Locks, one of the two. Baldy Locks or Blondie Locks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think Fofana is coming on in the back. We haven't said who's coming
He is.
off.
I can see him.
I can see him, but I haven't seen who's gone off. I have a feeling it might be Fuchs, or is Fuchs on the left-hand side, and Thomas has gone off.
No, Thomas is on the left still. It's Fuchs, mate. It's Fuchs.
Yeah, Fuchs has gone off. So it's the back five now is
Tillemans is on as well. Tillemans is on.
See, they didn't tell you the subs. No one's put anything on the screen to say who the subs were. Great help, BT.
Do you know who Tillemans is on for, mate? Because I do. Dennis Pratt.
Dennis Pratt. There you go. And we've just put that stat up.
Well, now we have jinxed it. Going on about how many goals we've conceded without him. Tom, I think Tom's getting the subs up.
Yeah, so Braga, Dennis Pratt's gone off. 45 minutes for Tillemans and Fofana for Fuchs.
Yeah, Braga are going to get a ball in the box. Evans will clear. Comes out to Albrighton. Fofana clears that. Yeah, I think this is going to be an eventful half. I've just got a feeling, Tom. I don't know why. So I'm going to get the comments in now, so we're not talking over any goals. Imtiaz says time for Iheanacho to shine. Fingers crossed that can happen. Remember, click the subscribe button, get us near to 6K, and also like and subscribe and all of that. Like, comment, share, all of that. Shaz. Facebook user says Albrighton. No, I think Albrighton's still on. So it's Fuchs. So let's clear this up, Tom. Tillemans on for Pratt.
Yeah.
Fofana on for Fuchs.
Yes, that's been changed.
I'm glad we've got that clarified. Yeah, there we go. Imtiaz says there. They finally shown the changes on screen. Imtiaz as well says, what's there not to rate? He's just like Morgan, past his best. Obviously, he won't be as good as yesterday is. I think he's on about Albrighton, is he? Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, it's true. He's not past his best. I mean, he's only 30.
Yeah.
Is he 30? 31 at the max?
I think 30, yeah. I think 30.
I would have not thrown faith in Pratt. I mean, the problem you got, if we're playing this formation, who do you play as that right wing back? At the moment, you've got Albrighton there, but we haven't really unless you put Justin into that, but that meant leaving Fuchs on. And Justin going to the right back position. So either Fuchs has picked up a knock, or Brendan Rodgers feels that he might need him at the weekend on Monday, and he needs a rest.
Yeah,
he has played a lot of games, Fuchs, in the last how many games?
Yeah, 31. Sorry, Albrighton. I've just checked. 31 years old. So, yeah, I mean, if going on age, what you got to say about Jamie Vardy? Jamie Vardy's 33, 34, 33. Definitely not. Definitely. Did you see the interview with Did you see the interview with Sky Sports and Vardy? Interesting.
Yes. No one has the same. I didn't say everyone should have X day. I'm just saying that he's not as old as people think. I think I probably got his interest. A lot of people will remember Albrighton for being around at Villa.
Yeah.
And he's been around a long, long time. So I'm just saying I think a lot of people think he's a lot older than that he is. Nothing against you're giving your dates, mate. No. It was just more that he's actually only 30, 31 months. I wouldn't say in Premier League past it.
Yeah, definitely. Fofana gives away a foul there.
I just think at 31, you're not in your prime anymore, but doesn't mean you shouldn't be playing at Premier League standards. Vardy can play at 34, and don't get me wrong, Vardy's a lot talented player at the moment compared to Albrighton. If you're honest, he's on a massive high and he's still going up. Well, Albrighton, he's probably coming down a little bit, but he's still a very good squad player to have in the team for me.
Yeah. Jay says we should get Leicester Fan TV versus Arsenal Fan TV next Arsenal game. We have done it. We've done, not obviously live at the same time. We've done collabs. Jamie's gone on with Don Robbie, as I think he's called. Don Robbie, is that right?
Don Robbie.
Don Robbie. Yeah, something like that. Whatever it is. Yeah, they're an interesting bunch. Good content. If you like that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm sure we'll do stuff with them in the future, of course. Someone asked, is it a penalty? I don't know, unless you're from the future. I'm not too sure. It's not a penalty, 21. So
playing it around with Johnny Evans at the back of the pitch at the moment. So
yeah.
Read it.
Yeah. Andy says, quit in England, save Vardy's legs. Well, it's definitely going to help, isn't it? Not playing for England every international break. So yeah. Any other ones there? Comparing Vardy to Albrighton is like comparing a Lambo to a Fiat Punto, Tom. Yeah, you know what we were getting at. We're on about age.
But the age, that's the thing about it. Vardy's 34 and Albrighton's 31. It just seems like the difference is Vardy hasn't been around as a long time as Albrighton in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Tommy has Albrighton's. He's inflation for it.
No.
I love him, Taraz. He's brilliant. Fair play to him.
Imtiaz. I do like your comments, Imtiaz. I do like your comments. Oh,
ball in behind for Fafana as well. Fair play. But Fafana was getting miles in front of the striker. He's paced it out, done him. He'll be under on the ball. Under will go past his man. He's in line with the 18-yard line. Cuts inside. Sorts of foul. 1-2 round the box. So Barnes went for a little 1-2 and loses the ball. Braga will break down the left-hand side, and they'll come in. And the ball will come across the box to the far side. One touch from the player, cuts inside, dunks back, puts Justin on the floor for fun.
Braga just toying around with it here on the edge of the box.
I know it's all love Interas.
Have to play back. Yeah, Imtiaz. It's all love. It's all love in here, man. We're all Leicester fans, aren't we? We all, some of us have different opinions and all of that. So as long as we're respectful about it, then we can all get on. So
playing all around with some nice football at the moment. Leicester are chasing shadows at times in this first 6 minutes. Can't get the ball back.
Yeah, I want to touch on something, Tom. Obviously, a lot of we all think we'll be better managers than the actual manager. We that's what football fans are, aren't they? They love to have their say in what we do differently. But a lot of people have been talking in this past week about how we played against Liverpool, and not just Liverpool, other games as well. How we didn't really try and take the game to them. And it's worked. It has worked against some teams where we haven't, like Arsenal and Man City and things like that. But some people will talk about Atalanta last night. Am I right in saying Liverpool didn't have a shot on target or something like that?
Didn't have a shot on target.
they took it to them. I mean, I'm not bothered because Liverpool won me a bet. Remember, bet responsibly. Bet responsibly. But yeah. So, what are your thoughts on people who are saying, you know, we should maybe switch up when we have to and go at teams?
I think sometimes Rodgers is in a no-win situation. I mean, if you look at it last year, you know, against the so-called weaker teams where we struggled, we tried to up it and we tried to play this intense football. We lost the ball too much, and we got punished at times against the lesser teams. Against the bigger teams, we also tried to up our game and play intense football, and we got absolutely hammered. Rodgers this year has changed that for us and gone a bit more negative on playing, willing concede to not have possession. What he's a possession-based manager. He likes to have the ball. He likes to make teams come out and try and do something and let everyone else press us and we have the ball. He changed it this time against Man City, against Arsenal, and it worked. It didn't work against Liverpool because nothing, I'd say, that tactically wasn't there. It was more for me that the players didn't turn up. I mean, we got outplayed through the lines. They played through the lines too easy. There was too many gaps in our, you know, defensive wall, if you want to put it like that. What they just cut us through for fun at times. We didn't close the ball down up front when we should have put it down. Liverpool game for me wasn't about tactics. It was just about overall we didn't turn up as a team.
Yep.
And there was too many players who had an off day, including Maddison, including Albrighton, including Gray.
It's quality.
Luke
Thomas.
Barnes pulls it back and clear, but it was better from Leicester down that left-hand side. Little 1-2's opening them up. Poor header from Justin there. He's got to keep that in play for me and at least try and set up another attack. But down the left-hand side, Harvey Barnes and Luke Thomas with a nice little 1-2. Barnes does his man then through his legs. And in the shot behind him, you got Maddison and Vardy both speaking to Brendan Rodgers, so I could see it coming on very soon.
Both of them, yeah. I think, I mean, it's one of them, obviously, look, I saw someone commented earlier on, I don't think I got it on screen actually, someone put about why would we go and play a weakened side against these, you know, why don't we just go and get the 3 points? But I don't see it like that. We played weakened sides in our last 3 games. They weren't our full strength sides in the first 3 games, Tom, were they? So, and we beat Braga 4-0 with a weakened side. So you can't, you know, a different Braga showed up tonight. I'm sure Brendan would have, you know, respected them still, you know, shown them respect. But I still think they've turned up better than maybe they thought. They've definitely been better than I thought they would be, Tom. But yeah, there's a comment here. Gray says, what's got to happen for you to go be bold? It's got to be an Iheanacho hat trick, which I don't see happening. So my hair stays for another week or another few days. Monday, isn't it? Bloody hell.
Braga win the ball. Albrighton got caught out there again. It's not on the best of games today, Mr. Albrighton. I'll put it there. He's just been booked for a very rash tackle. Under with the ball in the centre circle, will run across the field to the left-hand side. He's taking men on, loses the ball, but luckily it goes back to Hamza Trouser. One too many touches from under there for me. Look up for the simple ball kid. Tillemans with the ball at the moment. Play reverse pass. He'll go wide to Justin on this left-hand side. He's 1-on-1 at the fullback field, wicket into the box, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Only really Iheanacho in the box for him to aim for then, and a bit of a curl away from him at times.
You know what? I love the comment section sometimes, Tom. Arguing over, I won't put the comments on because some of them have got some, you know, explicit words in, if you like. But yeah, no, there's no point. Yeah, it's people arguing over price tags for players and all that is quality. I love it. But yeah, I look, Imtiaz, you know, Harvey Barnes, he's only going to improve, you'd think. So yeah, Ian says he's been sent home from work, didn't feel well, had to have a COVID test for precaution. Hope you're okay.
Justin on the left again. Leicester is starting to get into this game a bit more this second half. Last couple of minutes, really starting to impose herself, trying to pass the ball better. Farner, we can't miss him with this bleach blonde hair. Tillemans chipped to the back post. It will run to the goalkeeper. But we do look like we're starting to create a bit more with Tillemans being on the park. And if Maddison can come on and Vardy, that might just open this game up a little bit more. It might leave us a bit more open for the counter-attack. But we're going to have that bit more creativity on the park, what I think we've been crying out for.
Yeah, of course. Andy says there's a lot of man love on it tonight. Yes, Andy, come on, we're all Leicester fans. We do like to argue, as every fan, you know, fan base do. They argue sometimes, but we're all Leicester fans at the end of the day.
Yeah,
We're coming up to Christmas.
We all respect people's opinions, and there was a comment ages ago when me and Mr. Rees had an argument that I didn't respect his opinion. There was nothing against his opinion, but when someone put a thing saying that Gray should be starting Albright, it was very. We just lost 2 games. Oh, wait a minute. We've won the first 4 or 5 games. Let's put it into context. We can't just blame one player. It's starting to become that Albright has become the scapegoat. It was Andy King. It was Chilwell. I don't get why the club has to have an scapegoat when we have a bad performance. That's what bugs me more than anything. We're all Leicester fans. If we're honest, yeah, James Maddison was as bad as Albright the other night, but I don't see him getting slated as much. That's where I feel sometimes we're very quick to pick on one player and then he gets the tag as the scapegoat.
Yeah, got to agree with you. Yeah, Ian, I hope everything's all right, mate. Hope you get well soon. And yeah, Braga's ground is amazing, isn't it, Tom?
Oh, mate, I'd love to have gone to this. This is one ground when it was drawn, it was gutting because it's one ground. I'd love to have gone and see the rock face and everything like that. Probably stood on the rocks to watch the game because that's what you can do. You know, cheapskate, don't want to pay to go and watch it. Let's just stand on a rock. But I'd love to have gone out. It's one of the grounds that, you know, you want to go and see in the lifetime. For me, it's an impressive stadium, not about the size of it, just the way it is.
Yeah, I think Jordan's on about a pay-per-view boxing match between you and Reese, mate. That would be quality.
Yeah, but because of certain rules, we're not allowed to knock each other out, and if there's a cut, you have to stop the fight. Have you seen that rule for tomorrow's fight between Mike Tyson and Jones? And if they hit knock it, they're not allowed to knock each other out. Okay, so everyone's paying £14 to see nobody get knocked out. No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't think you'd pay $14.95 to see Tom and Reese anyway, because I think it would only last 1 round, so a bit of a waste of money there. But yeah, let's see some comments coming in as Leicester just defend this nicely, just passing it around. Nick says nothing clinical about this team so far. Tielemans making a bit of a difference, but it needs more than just one bloke. It'd be nice if the rest fancy joining in. I think we will see Maddison and Vardy soon, which, well, you'd feel would help, but we'll have to wait and see.
Is it me? But this game, we're hitting way too many straight balls up to Nacho to try and do something off. I mean, I've just watched another one from, I think it was Johnny Evans at the back there. It was Hamza Chowdhury in midfield. Just a straight, hopeful ball. Tielemans won the ball back, though, nicely on the right-hand side, and he'll pass it. Albright will go wide. He'll come to under. Have a shot, kid. He does have a shot. It's saved. It's a nice shot from under, though. It was moving away from the goalie. Goalie gets a good palm to it and pushes it wide. He'll fall back in the box and cleared by Braga. But again, that was better from Leicester. Moved it quicker. Players overlapping. Albright, when they overlap, freed up Hunter to cut inside. It was a lot better there.
Yes, Jordan says, what an effort. And it was a good effort, actually. We know he's got a good left foot. He hit the crossbar. Do you remember, Tom? I don't know if it was in this against Braga or Luhansk or Athens. I think it might have been Athens, but yeah.
A curved one, yeah. He cut inside and tried to bend it and hit the post. Yeah, it was that kind of similar thing, but just a bit about halfway down the goal. Good, comfortable height, really, for the goalie to save, but he got a good palm to it. But we are getting to this game more. AEK Athens are losing at home to Zara. So that's an interesting scoreline.
Does that affect our...
Well,
does that mean if we...
Even if I don't know if that would mean qualifying tonight, because AK could only then maximum would get 9 points, and they'd have to beat Braga and us to do that.
Yeah. So if we get a point,
that would guarantee qualification, really enough. So we called it a minute ago. We saw in the background the unders coming off. Not really done much tonight. He had his chance in the first half, what he should have taken, but bit of a quiet performance from under tonight. Probably frustrated with himself by the looks of it as he comes off that pitch. And Vardy will come on. And Parley Barnes is the other one to go off for James Maddison. So we are going more attacking. He's left Nacho on. He's put Vardy on up top with him. So it'll be interesting to see how they set up.
Or back four? No.
Yeah, do you know what? I think it...
You know what, mate? What I will say...
Fair play to Rod for changing it, though, mate. You know, he could have even
different.
left it. He hasn't changed it in many games and gone for it. So he does want to sew this point up tonight by the looks of it. He's quite happy to go for it. Fair play,
That's good play.
Poor touch,
Oh,
but then kept it in.
tried it.
Clever ball, but just didn't get it right. Albrighton trying to put Vardy in down the line.
It's not very often, mate, though, that we see Vardy coming on as a substitute. So he's going to have a good half an hour. Oh, here we go. Vardy's through. He's already gone.
He's offside. He's offside, or he's giving a free kick. He's giving a free kick. No goal.
Well, I feel like a tit. It's
offside. He was offside. Yeah, he was offside. He bent his time. He tried to bend the run, and he had just gone a little early. I mean, fair. He does the goalkeeper there. He puts him on his backside for fun. But Vardy's complaining that he was offside, and probably the same margin as the goal for them.
Yes.
But there we go. What a difference Vardy is already. Braga will be panicking about that he's been on the pitch less than a minute, and he's already got him behind them.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say, if I'm honest, mate, before that happened.
Sorry.
No. Oh, yeah, that was it. I was saying about just before Vardy did that, I was saying, we don't normally see him as a substitute. So now he's got 30 minutes of real fresh legs, towards the end of the game. So that could benefit us a lot. I mean, it's going to benefit anyway, having him on the pitch. Just for instances like that, little ball over the top or, through. So, and he can run onto it.
That's what I was looking at. And Zara winning 1-0.
There we go.
Would be a point for us. There we go. So we know, in fact, a point at the moment with the results we've put us through tonight. That's massive going into the last two games, knowing that the win probably then would give us the top of the group near enough, seeing that AK have got to play Braga still.
Yeah. Andy says, I'd rather see Locks versus Jack in a Hell in a Cell match. Quality that. A few comments come in. Here come Madders and Bards. Yep, there they are.
Fofana to Inacho. Fofana free kick referee. That was a lovely bit of play between Tillemans, Inacho, and Fofana on the edge area. Great build of play. It'll be a book into Braga as well. But it was great build of play around the edge of the box there for that.
Madison practice. It scares me every time. It just pops up out of nowhere.
I had to put it on there because Phil took so much time to do these graphics. There's a lovely play there. I mean, Fofana did his man, little touch. I mean, you can't miss Fofana. My God, he stands out in the crowd.
Yeah. If I had my hair like that, I mean, my hair would be better. I reckon. No, he's got those kind of curls, hasn't he? So it would look better on him. I just look like what's that guy off Benidorm? Do you remember him? Ken. Was that his name? It was Ken. The barber Ken.
It was Ken.
In the vest.
Oh, that's priceless, Ken.
I'm sure it was Ken.
I like no, Gary, it's not true. I'm on Corona. Locks is on Sol, my friend. Rox is on the Sol.
Cerveza Sol.
Cerveza Sol, yes.
Here we go. Madison with the free kick. Hits the wall.
And then it will go out for a...
Keeper's caught it.
Keeper has caught it. Fair play, because I thought that was going to bounce over the goalie. Goalie's going to throw it long, though. It'll bounce through to Johnny Evans, but that's a throw and a half. I mean, he threw it from way inside his area, and it went past the halfway line. Fair play to the goalie there. James, hope you're okay, mate.
Ian says, seen Jamie Vardy playing for Fleetwood at the Darlington Arena. I think it was the last ever game before we were bankrupt in 2011. Braga on the attack here on the right-hand side. Justin tries to defend.
Fair play for Fofana. He read that there because otherwise the bloke could have tapped in. Just quick, is Ian a Darlington fan by any chance?
Ian, I think you are a Darlington fan, aren't you, mate? You've got comments in before. Let us know. I'm sure he is, Tom. I'm sure he is.
How are Darlington doing? Because I know they've reformed again since that terrible tragedy of them going bust and not great. There's a Leicester fan who was around when we went into administration. I always feel like to worry about your team going. And luckily, we saved Leicester. Was saved by Gary Link and the consortium. Free header at the back post, saved by Kasper Schmeichel. We were lucky enough to be saved and come out at the other end. But for a Darlington fan, I do feel for these clubs who lose everything, your Lockledge Sells, your Berries. It's not nice to see, and hopefully, I know they're on the up. I'd just love to know where they are in the league at the moment.
That's it, mate. Because obviously, I mean, I was young, obviously, like really young, you know, when Leicester could have gone bankrupt. So I wouldn't have really been, you know, worrying about, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be worrying about it as much as you are, but like, I can't imagine what it would be like, you know, for your club to go bank. Like, even like over lockdown, you know, when we're not playing and we're you know, down and we just want Leicester back. But I mean, there's a comment now. Ian's got back. Darlington were made bankrupt in 2011, reformed in 2012, have had 3 promotions. I'm currently a fan-owned National League North club. We were 4 leagues. We were demoted 4 leagues. We hit rock bottom. So,
well, corner in and headed away. That'll be a free kick. Referee bloke went over the back of Albrighton. Free kick to Leicester with 22 minutes to go in the second half.
Britney Spears, eh?
I was reading this one as well, and they put Ross and Tom in a tables, ladders and chairs match.
Ross and Tom, that'd be a good one. I think Ross would be cooking chips and gravy or something, while Tom's right. Josie Perez has come on for Ian Acho, Tom.
I thought Perez might have started tonight with the teams. Like I said, he gets a lot of stick from Leicester fans, and I know he hasn't probably shown the class, but for me, he's never played in his natural position. He's naturally a striker or a number 10. He isn't a wide man. He hasn't got the pace to be a wide man, and this is probably where the frustration lies with me with Perez. We got a lot of stick for this kid. Or Manny, was he 27? And
yeah.
I think I generally feel that if he was playing in a number 10 or played it as a striker, you'd see a lot better player for him. But he's playing through the middle tonight, so he's got his chance. Chowdhury on the ball will go wide to Fofana. He's coming up fast. He'll cut back. He'll go to Madison about 35 yards out, midway in the Braga half. Playing it around. Johnny Evans at the back will come across to Justin. Justin will little skip, play inside to Vardy. Vardy would do a turn, Cruyff turn, but overhits and he'll go out for a goal kick. But a lot better from Leicester then.
Yeah, like the creativity as well there. MTS says chips and gravy, yummy. I think he's underrated. Who was that?
Perez, I think we might.
Perez, yes. I mean, this year, yeah. I mean, at Newcastle, that's why we signed him. He was quality at Newcastle, playing, you know, striker sometimes, number 10. Fofana bodies the Braga forward there, and he gives away a free kick.
But Ian says one thing. What I talked about at the weekend, Fofana likes to get in front of his man.
Yes.
Now, 9 times out of 10, that's brilliant. But when it doesn't work, you either get beaten and you throw on goal, what we saw against Liverpool with Bobby Firmino, or you get a foul against you because you'll take the man out. What he's done there. Yeah.
Ian says Darlington fans have raised over £3 million. So yeah, good job. You know, good luck to them. Good luck to Darlington.
That's you, mate. That's brilliant.
Braga just trying to play similar football to the first half, but I don't think they're kind of stringing it together as well, Tom, as they did. I mean, we've definitely been better, obviously. I mean, we've brought on Vardy, Madison, Tillemans, you know, 3 of our most creative players, so it's always going to help.
It's calmed us down, everyone. We seem to be trying to pass it better, where the first half we probably went, for me, a little bit direct at times, or when we did try a bit the 1-2s, they weren't sticking. You know, the ball seemed to be sticking to Tillman and to Madison's feet a bit more. I mean, for Madison, he's got to show something tonight because the last couple of performances probably haven't been good enough for him in his standards. And he's, as he said on Leicester Fan TV, he's his own Phil versus Jamie. It's getting worse. Oh.
That's funny. That MTS has agreed. Tom Perez in number 10 would be some 100%. You know what I mean?
Down the line, Justin on the left hand side, played by Thomas. Cut back inside, Thomas will run onto it. It'll be a goal kick, but it's better. They are trying to open them up more than we did in the first half.
Yeah, just as a little break there for the. Should have been a corner, right?
I think I thought it was a corner, but at the time the referee's giving a goal kick. Has he given a goal kick?
He's giving the corner.
Yeah, he's giving the corner. I thought the way the referee pointed it, like he pointed to the goal line, but it'll be Madison to swing this in. He's got some big targets. Can Wesley Fofana get his first goal? Doesn't beat the first man. Dreadful corner. Doesn't beat the first man. He doesn't get it past the 6-yard box.
That's always been a problem, hasn't it? It's always been a problem for Leicester. I remember when Paul Gallagher used to take. Do you remember when Paul Gallagher? One of my favourite players, honestly, one of my favourite Leicester players, Paul Gallagher.
Mr. Inconsistent again, though. 1 in 6 games for me. I love Gallagher, but 1 in 6 games, you were brilliant, and then you'd go missing.
Yeah, but it was similar. Like, do you remember the corners he used to take? And he never used to be able to. But come on, guys, let us know in the comments if you remember them 2 goals against Crystal Palace. Do you remember that, Tom? Those 2 absolute screamers.
Palace, the free kick against Nottingham Forest, where he bent it back over the goalkeeper. I mean, his technical ability, Paul Gallagher, was second to none. But for me, again, every 1 in 4 games, he'd have a blinder, and then he'd be average. And his biggest problem, he didn't like to tackle. He didn't like to get his foot anywhere near where the ball was going to be kicked. That was Gallagher's biggest problem for me. But
go on.
That's my biggest problem with Paul Gallagher. I thought he's one of the best players in the championship at times he can be, but he just did not like to get involved where the boots were flying. If he kept out of that, he was more than happy to. But again, he was inconsistent. That was his biggest downfall, and he didn't start most games because you wouldn't see enough for him.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the 6-a-sides team going around on Twitter, like, pick your Leicester 6-a-side team. He was in there for me. Even Muzzy, is it? Oh yeah. But yeah. But what was I going to say?
Porter?
What was that? Sorry.
What about Levi Porter? I'm going back too far for you, Levi.
I think I can't remember what my I think I know that Ian Hume was my super sub. Fafana with it here. He's going to switch it, try and get on the head of Thomas.
Yeah, get it on the head. He'll win it. Braga will clear it again. Leicester are coming on now. They're starting to build the pressure now. And Braga seem to be
wins that
2-0 to Zara at the moment against AKS.
Go on, Vardy.
Vardy down the line into the box, cuts it cross, goalie will save it, but it's better. We are winning the ball higher up. This is what the problem with the first half, and same at Liverpool. We weren't winning the ball high enough to free Vardy. Vardy's been on 15 minutes now, 10, 15, and we are winning the ball up, and we are cutting it every single time. We're breaking through the lines now, and they can't cope with Vardy's pace at all.
Yeah, guys, just out of get your comments in about who would your let's say 5-a-side Leicester team be. Let us know. Goalkeeper, how many defenders, Tom? 2?
2 defenders.
Yeah. Goalkeeper, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, and that's 6-a-side. Yeah, 6-a-side then, yeah.
It is 6.
6-a-side, yeah. Goalkeeper, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, and a striker. Let us know in the comments who yours would be. I can't remember I'm sure mine were Muzzy Is It and Paul, although I'd have to probably switch that. I'm being a bit too fair on Gallagher, aren't I? I think Muzzy Is It in Kante maybe, or Mares. 5-6-a-side, Tom.
All into the box, and it'll go away for another corner. Albrighton was coming in at the back post, but like I just said, Leicester are coming on with 15 minutes to go. Leicester are really starting to turn the screw now and trying to get this equaliser.
Yeah. Yeah, 6-a-side, N'Golo Kante running about the pitch. Come on. It's got to be Vardy up front for me. Vardy, defence, maybe Wes and Walsh.
I like that one from Inter. It's way too far, Tom. Don't predict us with your football knowledge.
Yeah.
People, I don't know who's watching this, but if people will remember, I went to the game. We played Chelsea in the League Cup and we lost 4-3. Free header in the middle of the box by Johnny Evans, and he puts it wide. It's a flick on. Once again, for me, it was a very poor corner by Maddison, who doesn't get past the first man. Vardy flicks it. Johnny Evans, free header. And he
had a better connection against Liverpool, didn't he?
If you want me to boot locks, please put thumbs up.
No, come on, though. It was a quality header against Liverpool. No, there's a comment here from Tignanyan. We can't show the game because it's illegal, unfortunately. But if we could, we would. But you watch the game and listen to it. That's a good combination.
What I was going to say was, people, if they can remember it, we played Chelsea in the League Cup and we lost 4-3 in the last minute. Shevchenko scored a winner for them. But on that day, a little lad called Levi Porter, who'd come through the academy, had an absolute blinder. And we all thought it was the next best thing. Sadly, he got a really bad injury and went out the game at an early age. But not many people, I don't know if they can remember Levi. We also had Court was playing up front at the time for Leicester. That's how far back I'm going, Locks. I know it's a bit too young for you, mate.
Definitely. No, guys, actually, keep getting your 6-a-side teams. It's actually quite interesting. We'll get them up. So we will quickly switch to the game when something happens.
James picked my goalkeeper, by the way.
Let's start with Williams. So
Nice
Banks, Morgan, Elliott, Kante, Vardy, super sub Lineker. It's not bad. It's not bad. You could have had another midfielder in there. Just do your goalkeeper, two defenders, two midfielders, and striker. But that's not a bad team, Tom. Jay goes with Banks, Huth, Fofana already. Is it Kante and the mighty Kermit? Oh God, don't. Kermigan. We'll just have a little break here.
Tillemans playing some good football at times at the moment. I know we're talking about far side. Perez on the edge of the area. We'll cut it. You ain't get a penalty there. There was a few hands chucked up. There's no way a penalty from that distance. Maddison on the ball, edge of the area. We'll go whip it around to the far side to Fofana. Good touch for Fofana, considering Fofana will go back across the box all the way to the left-hand side. James Maddison will run at his defender. He'll cut inside. He'll cut back inside again. Lovely from Maddison.
Oh, yes!
Goal!
Luke Thomas!
2-2. Luke Thomas with the equaliser. First goal for the left back. Braga 2, Leicester 2.
Fofana, go on.
Fofana with the ball over the back. Maddison, best bit we've seen Maddison for a little while now. Cuts inside his mad jinx, cuts back again, fizzes the ball across the box, and there's Thomas standing unmarked just inside the 6-yard line to side foot it past the goalkeeper. But James Maddison there with his feet, twinkling toes, cuts back, checks his man and does him and finishes it.
You know what, mate? It's that touch, right, where he turns, he does the fake shot, and then he just takes a bit of a heavy touch and just goes past him. Yeah, class that. And when you fizz a ball into the box like that, Tom, like you said, I mean, you've got a very good chance of getting in the back in there. Luke Thomas gets a foot on it, and it's 2-2.
12 minutes to go. Leicester, it's been all Leicester since Maddison and Tillemans came onto the park for me. They've changed the game. Him, Maddison, Vardy have all changed the game. Braga looks scared now to go anywhere near. The pressing is stopped really from Braga. They're trying to sit deep. Hamza Chowdhury, shocking touchdown and give the ball away in the central midfield, and Braga will come. Leicester slowed it down there, was luckily, but that's poor from Hamza. You just get yourself back into a position, and then you go and give the ball away cheaply.
And as it stands, Leicester do qualify for the next round of the Europa League because AEK Athens are losing 2-0 to Luhansk. So as it stands, because we're drawing, we'll be on 10 points, and that's not going to be, AEK Athens won't be able to catch up with us. Leicester on another attack here. Perez through to Vardy.
It'll go down the line. Vardy will hold this ball up though and keep it in. Vardy will whip it in first time. Wrong option for me there. Has to hold the ball up, but the Braga defender will give away. Vardy's got the ball, plays it. Oh, Vardy shoots and a bit of corner kick. Leicester all out here now, going for the winner with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's it. As Jamie or Phil says, keep like this, we qualify. Andy, you keep coming with the WWE references. Tom and Locks versus Phil and Jamie in a barbed wire match. Who do you fancy there, Tom? Who do you think's going to win that?
Oh, I think it's me and you, man. I don't think they'll get near us.
No, I don't think so either. No, bit of youth on. Well, I mean, youth over here. Yeah, I mean, and you compared in comparison.
Ball into the box again. Really poor Maddison. These corners, not post front post, but it will come back to him. It'll be all Brighton will whip it in.
Is there a foul for Fofana? Clearly not.
There, but Fofana's gone down. Johnny Evans with the ball, edge of the area. Hamza Chowdhury will whip it to the back post, but the goalie will come out and punch it. I don't know what happened there, but it looked
facial
like
injury. I think
holding his face. Again, there's no VAR to go and check it, but looks like Fofana's either been elbowed or something. But he's down in the box and he's holding his nose.
We'll watch this back now when they show it.
He's saying Fofana is saying that he's been elbowed in the box. Johnny Evans gets out the way. The ball comes to the back post.
Not much in it. Not much in it.
No, for me, Fofana's ran into him. It's not in. There's no elbow moved out to him. He's just brought his elbows up to leverage himself to go in the air. He's gone over his head, and Fofana's ran into his face, ran into his elbow. So that's not a penalty for me.
To be fair, Fofana wouldn't have known much about it because obviously all he would have felt. So he wouldn't have known if it was on purpose or not. But yeah, it was accidental. That 100%.
Looking at the ball, and as he's gone to make the run to where the ball's coming to, he's gone over the bloke's head, who's put his arms out to lever himself up, and Albrighton nicks it. Maddison edge of the area. Late off Maddison. Maddison shoots, saves. Tried the ambitious one there for me when there's a nice little ball on to Justin to go wide again. We are all over Braga now with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, guys, I don't think we're gonna have time to get all the sixes. Just quickly, what was one you said, Tom? Your goalkeeper?
Goalkeeper
Flowers.
Banks, mate.
Banks. Oh right, yeah.
Banks. I mean, don't get me wrong, Casper's a legend and all that, but for world class, I mean, Banks is superb.
Ben says Trevor Benjamin. Trevor Benjamin.
Cricket Trev. He had a good season in the Championship when we got promoted back to the Premier League in that season. Spider. Is that the worst? That's the worst 5-side, I'll take it, yeah?
Louis Hernandez.
Spider Carac, you can't say that. He came on and made the difference for Claridge and scored the winner at Palace in the playoff final.
That looks a bit sore. He's all right, I think. Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah, I think it's just the way he fell on the replay. Didn't make it look good. Give him the ball away, though. Tinnerman's on the ball. Centre part will come wide to Justin on the left-hand side. Justin pushes it and bombs on. Really bombs on. Flying forward, Justin in. Plays it wide to Thomas. Good play from Justin. Get a ball in, kid. Whips the ball in. Goalie collects that. Needed to be a bit higher to go over the goalkeeper there, but a lot more intent from Leicester, from Justin especially, to push on forward.
Yeah. Elliot. Yeah, no, I'm just looking at this team. This team ain't bad. Just whilst we've. What's happened there?
That's not good. That's not good at all. So far,
someone stepped on him.
I'd hope it's just a step on the foot. Well, not bad for you, young Tom.
There's so much going on, Tom. I can't focus on the comments.
So Fofana breaks past his man and then gets stood straight across the back of the ankle. That's why Fofana went down in a bit of agony. Yeah. And I don't blame him because it was right on the back of the Achilles by the looks of it. But he seems okay. He's got on. He seems to be up still.
Yeah, sorry if we lay off the comments a little bit now, guys. I'm missing too much football.
Leicester you saw that Leicester literally pushing Braga back, and Braga can't get out. Braga have the ball at the moment though, trying to get again. Fair play, Perez closed the man down and nearly won it for Vardy to go in. But Leicester, look at the press now. 1, 2, 3, 4 players all went then when the ball went to the right back and pressed. Braga will win it back. Fofana wins it. Krazan ball not given. Perez flicks around the corner and Maddison didn't get there.
They don't have much in the tank, do they, Tom? Braga, not much in the tank.
I think fitness levels are starting to take the toll on them now. Leicester are really starting to play this ball around the park. Best 45, last 15 minutes have been best we played in the last 2 games by far. Again,
Chris says he's all dressed up for full time.
Oh no.
What's Kermit, is it? Isn't it Kermit?
Can we have can you give us some kind of guess what it's going to be tonight? Because I lost my head after I saw Where Wally pop up and I said you can't play Where Wally coronavirus. It doesn't work. There's too many people have got not around.
Kermit is coming.
Kermit's coming. Oh, okay.
It's gonna be interesting.
Is Miss Piggy with him?
I'm here.
Oh, that could be one of yours.
Oh, don't start.
Done it.
Give it a few days, mate. I've only just survived this one. Oh,
at least you know that Kalicha is not going to score a hat-trick. And that'll be a corner kick. Well played, Perez there. Ball running out of play for a goal kick. Bust a gun to keep up with the player and then flicks the ball back for a corner. Fair play to Perez there. Albrighton had gone on one side, Perez on the other, and they hassled him for the corner.
Quality hat.
Well played, Perez. He comes on. He's got to show why he should be playing well. He's done all right since he's been on the pitch in this last 20 minutes. 5 minutes to go. Corner kick to Leicester. Come on,
let's see if Maddison can beat the first man here. You'd hope so. I mean, this is his 4th attempt.
How many more does he need? Beats the first man, whips him. Fofana, over the crossbar. But that was better, a lot better. More pace, more whip. 3-0 to
Zoya.
Wow, we go to Zoya next Thursday. That an early kickoff again, I'd presume?
I'm not sure, mate. 2 changes for Braga. 2 changes. Shatino, I think it is. And Hehorta. Maybe. I don't know. Don't take my word for that. Oh no, Gilherm.
Yes. So Zara next Thursday is another 5:55 kickoff.
Brilliant.
Remember, join us on Monday when we have Fulham at 5:30 kickoff. So I presume, depending on Phil's working schedule, that we'll probably be live about 5 o'clock, half an hour before the kickoff.
Yeah. There's a comment here. Jay says a win would be perfect after my day at college today. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, it'll be lovely for a win today because this is my Friday today. I'm not at work tomorrow and I'm off for the whole of next week. So it'll be lovely to start my weekend or my week off with a win. But yeah, 2-2. Look, before the game, mate, I would have taken it, if I'm honest. I would have taken it.
I think we all would have taken a point because the performance against Liverpool was so poor. We didn't know what we were going to get with the number of changes we'd got. The first teamers on the bench, if we're going to call them first teamers, was it seven first teamers out? That was a lovely pull up the line. Unlucky. We've got 2.5 minutes plus injury time. Oh, that's so unlucky. Goalie kicked it straight to Perez and it smashes him on the head and bounces up in the air. Bit more pace. I mean, Leicester come back into us. I mean, the possession at the moment is 51-49 in the first half. I would love to see the first half possession. I'd love to see the first half possession stat to see what the difference was because Braga would be miles in front for me.
Yeah, we've got a comment from Alexander. Turkish, I think that's Fenerbahce. Or is it? I don't know, but I hope that doesn't have any rude words in. But yeah, I've got it up, so maybe someone can translate for us if you can. There's a question there. Yeah, there's a question mark. What?
As long as it's not rude.
Yeah. Just let us know.
Jamie, where are you? You should be knowing Turkish as well, mate. You know Spanish. You should know a bit of Turkish, you know.
That's a foul.
Jamie, the translator.
Yes, yeah, he translated the Spanish for us. So,
Mexican.
Yeah, cheers for that.
Free kick. Yeah, I mean, Matt Madison did him all ends up. He didn't even know where to go. But we got a minute 10 left in normal time. I'd presume with the amount of changes there been, there's got to be a good 4 minutes still in this game, 5 to go. But Leicester, I think Leicester will be happy with a point tonight, considering the first half performance to go in 2-1 and come out and get the equaliser and play the way they played the last 15-20 minutes with all the subs. It's got to be a good sight going into Fulham at home, and we all know Fulham. There'll be a strong team out, and now we've qualified. It makes life a bit more easier going to the Zara. I might be saying it right.
Zoya,
in Ukraine.
Vardy's
took a shoulder, whips it in. Perez, goalie just takes it in front of Perez, literally just in front of Perez, because if not, Perez is heading that into an empty net. Goalie had to get it right.
Braga on the attack.
Line. The ball's inside if he wants it. He plays it down the line. 3-2 to Braga. All down to a silly mistake there for me from Fofana. Dived in on the touchline, what then left us exposed at the back. What were we just saying about a point would have been crucial tonight? Braga have gone and nicked it in the last minute of the game by the looks of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's gutting, guys. If the players are going to be gutted after that, that's not good at all.
Like I said, mate, I don't like pointing fingers, but for me there, but 1 minute we're literally about to score one end, the ball's then, this is the long throw again. It's a throw out from this goalkeeper, one touch at the line. Fofana dives in again for me, once again dives in. He then leaves us 3-on-2 at the back, an overlapping run over Evans, and he slots it in the bottom corner with the left foot. I don't like to blame players, but Fofana, you've got to stop diving in. People are going to start working you out. The striker, the winger did him, all ends up there. Wait for him to dive in and just ran past him. That's gutting. To get back in the game and play the way we have and then concede in that manner. I mean, it's not a great goal either. It's such a simple goal to concede. Poor defending really for me there. But again, he's a kid. He's going to learn from these mistakes for Fofana. At 19, he's going to make them. But I said it before that after the Liverpool game, he dives in too much, and Roberto Firmino scored against him diving in. He's done it again tonight. He's dived in on the touchline, but left Johnny Evans and James Justin exposed at the back on a 3-on-2.
Yeah, I agree with what people have said here. I mean, someone put it in Imtiaz feels sick now. That makes feel sick, Tom, stuff like that. I mean, look, Leicester have had a lot of moments like that in our history, you know, even in recent history, you know, late winners and stuff like that, and it just makes you feel sick. But yeah, I don't know what else to say really after that, mate. It's just got in.
That's disappointing. I was saying the second half, the second half, you know, when we brought on Vardy and we brought on Maddison, we picked up, and Braga didn't really know where to be going with it. But what can you say? I mean, that's a nasty one of Maddison. That's cheap from Braga. What we got left? 2 minutes, 2 and a bit minutes to go. Flick on by Perez. And again, what we talked 30 seconds earlier, Perez is what? Oh dear, goal and miss, kicks it. That'll be a corner to Leicester. So Leicester will have another opportunity to try and whip one in the box. Can they get the equaliser with a minute and a half to go here? I said a point would have been crucial tonight, especially with the results. I mean, I don't know how that leaves us standing. If a point would be, well, even a loss would be good enough, seeing that the AK Athens. But
you know what, mate? Like, you know, right now though, it's for me, it's not. I'm not worried. Like, I'm not upset about. Let me just see this corner. Maddison will hit it in.
Maddison beat the near post, and it'll go straight to the goalkeeper. No one even at the back post to challenge him. Fafana's heads down, and he knows. Braga will make a final sub here to kill the time up by the looks of it, and Carlos Calaval will be very happy with the night's work. You know, that will probably make sure they're going to progress to the next round as well, because that will put us both on 9 points.
Yeah, for me, mate, what I was saying was, like, I'm not like worried or anything about the group. Obviously, we're going to qualify, right? But for me, it's just like, what does that do to? Am I being cynical? What does that do for confidence?
I mean, confidence-wise, I don't know if it'll affect us that much, because we've played so long with not depleted, but you know, without having Maddison, Vardy, Tillemans, you go into your next games probably starting those. I mean, you go to Zoya next week thinking, well, they've won 3-0 tonight. Now, again, Fafana there, he's got lucky because he's won the ball back, but he dived in. He's got to stop diving in every single time, because he ain't going to win it every time. You know, I think he reminds me in some ways of Sayuncu. Sayuncu had a big problem with diving in at the beginning. You know, so much there. Fafana, reality check after the past 2 games. Totally agree. He's been found out in some ways because teams are doing the homework and going, he just jumps in. So either play it over the top of him, or if you're going to wait for him to jump in, make sure you do him. Get past him. You've done him then. You broke the line of defence. We shouldn't have lost this. We can't rest players. No. Vardy will come down the left. He'll cut inside. He'll cut inside again, I think. He's going to pull it back. Maddison on the edge of the area. They're blocking the gaps here. It'll go to Albrighton. Albrighton will ping it. Vardy! 3-3!
Get in!
Get in, Leicester. Mark Albrighton with the assist.
Oh my gosh.
Carlos Calaval, he's the one who looks like he feels sick now. He looks absolutely gutted that he conceded. I mean, we're into the 5th minute of injury time. We're over the injury time, but we'll take that. It was a lovely play for Vardy. He slid the ball back to Maddison. Maddison, fair play to him. He could have been greedy and tried a shot. He picked out Mark Albrighton on the edge of the area, who then did well-drilled cross across the box for Vardy up the far side to slide his foot it home.
And that is what Mark Albrighton brings to the team.
An assist.
Braga 3, Leicester 3. Well,
and this game, as we all love football, topsy-turvy, eh? And that, well, qualifies tonight. Done and dusted. You know, what we got now, the referee can't be adding anything on here. I mean, that's got to be kick-off and game over. Are we going to blow?
Let's get Jamie in here.
Referee kick-off, and the referee kicks off. Braga will go along here. Braga are going to go for it.
Come on, you foxes.
Elements to get the ball.
Full time.
Full time. Braga 3, Leicester 3. Leicester qualified for the next round of the Europa League.
Yes.
Nice laugh.
I will be back in 1 minute.
Brilliant. Get in there, lads. Get in there.
What an exciting last few minutes.
I know. I was just about to walk away from it to come and set up to do this. And I was like holding back and watching it. And woo! Right at the death. I thought we'd thrown it away, obviously, Locks. How was that in the watch-along?
Go on, Jamie. What was that?
I was just going to say, just what Albrighton brings to the team, that is, Locks, mate.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I mean, look. To be fair, I think it makes the draw even sweeter. You know, after what happened. To be fair, you know, going 3-2 down. But yeah, I mean, we've qualified now. Yeah, we've qualified to the next round because Athens have lost 3-0, I think, to Luhansk. So yeah, I mean, first half not good at all. Second half, loads better. As the comments were saying, you know, when Braga got the third goal there, it was gutting. It made you feel sick and horrible. But as we all know, over the years, Leicester, you know, the Foxes never quit, and that's what happened. You know, Albrighton. We were talking in the game about Albrighton Grey, all this. You know, people getting on Albrighton's back, but a quality ball in there. And the only man you want that to fall to is Jamie Vardy with a last-minute equaliser. So absolutely perfect.
I think that equals the top European goal scoring record by Vardy, doesn't it? I think that he equals what Mahrez's.
For Leicester, I think he does.
Yeah, for Leicester, yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean ever, Phil. We haven't been in it that many times.
I was going to say, yeah. That's Nick Moore says, that's why I love football. Where's the Albrighton haters now? Where do we stand now, says Stuart? We're top of the group.
We're qualified.
William says it's Vardy's 140th goal for Leicester. I didn't know that stat. Stato, did you know that?
Yes, it is actually. I didn't, but it is. It definitely is. I knew it was 138, 139, one of the two. But yes, that depends if that Charity Shield goal ever counts, which I very much it doubts.
That's the first time for a little while I've been jumping around the lounge watching a game. That was a jump out your seat moment when we popped that in last minute. Yeah, Chris Jones says he woke the kids up when Vardy got the equaliser.
I think that's where Tom just had to go off to put them back to bed.
Shouting around.
But yeah,
better rollicking by the missus says you can't shout that loud. I heard it over the TV screen.
You're in a shed and all, aren't you?
I know. And it's
summer house.
It's not a summer house. It's a shed, Jamie. Let's not go that far. But she did just say as I walked in the door, looked at me, and went, "You can't shout that loud. The neighbours will hear you." I heard you over the neighbours scream. We just equalised in the last minute. Babes, get on. It's Vardy.
I thought Vardy had blown it though. I would, if I was him, like Robbie Savage said, I'd have taken it into the corner in the 90th minute at 2-2. I'd have taken it into the corner and played for the draw. I thought we'd blown it then. I really thought we'd blown it. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I nearly turned it off.
It was a great finish to it, wasn't it? And that's what we want. Let's add in. We've got a couple of fans joining us, guys. Tom and Locks, are you all right to hang around a bit?
Yeah, good.
Half an hour of post-match fun. What more do we want after that draw?
Now you've finished having your bollocking, Tom.
Here we go, he's necking it.
Right. It's a discussion. We both put our point of view in, and I was right.
Well, yeah, Leicester had just scored in the last minute.
Listen, right, we've got lots of fans. I'll put the link in there and I'll put it in there again. I'm going to try and get as many fans on here to give us their quick, like, a minute's worth of feedback. So let's start with... I'm adding Jono in first. Jono, great result in the end. What were your views on that?
First of all, I mean, I got in trouble with the missus for nearly waking the kids up, screaming at the end there. My God, that's why we love this game, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad we qualified. That's the main thing, I suppose. But ultimately, the performance was rubbish. I didn't think we were great at all the first half. The subs made the difference. Bottom line is we've got the point. That's the main thing.
I thought, Jamie, I thought we were. I don't think we were rubbish. I thought the first half was average.
There was no fluid.
When that team,
didn't flow or anything.
Subs made the difference. You'd have to give it to Brendan today for changing it, wouldn't you?
Well, Barnes had shooting boots, didn't he? So
yes. Well, he had one shot and scored, didn't he, Jono? But needed to do that a bit more often than just the ones. But I think, like you say, we weren't fluent in the first half, and then we made the subs, and the subs changed the game. The performance, as the old-fashioned word that Pure used to lose the intensity, it improved once the subs came on.
Jono, who would be your man of the match today?
Oh, I don't know. I maybe
Casper for his saves, or Vardy for a winner, or Luke Thomas?
Yeah, I think Casper is probably a good shout. Thomas got his first goal, so he did all right. He didn't do anything wrong, I think. Fofana, again, for me, needs to. He's making a few mistakes that he's young, so let's give him some credit for having a good start to his career at Leicester. But for me, he's making a few too many mistakes. Probably trying too hard for me, but he's definitely quality, and I'm pleased to have him. But for me, man of the match, I think probably Casper, because he kept us in the game in the first half, I think.
Go on, Tom.
Agree.
No, I'm just going to pick up that point what John was saying about Fofana. I mean, look, we can see he's a very raw talent there, and he's got a lot of ability, and he's only going to get better. But one thing that I noticed out of every game he's played, he dives in. And in the Premier League, Soyuncu did it at the beginning of his time. Soyuncu used to dive in, trying to win the ball every time, and would get caught out. The problem with this league, if you dive in and miss it, you get done. And with the pace and power, some of the players in the Europa League, they will fly past you, and that's what cost us the third goal. So Fofana dived in on the touchline, where all he had to do was jockey his man. He had to hold him up. He dived in, and it left us a 3-on-2 in the last minute of the game. I mean, someone did point out a minute ago about Vardy should have held the ball up in the 90th minute at 2-2 instead of trying to play him score the third. Jamie just said it. Game management for me is where Leicester are still learning in periods. Hold the ball up. Let's not go gun-ho. We've got ourselves out of a big goal.
Tom, do you think Fofana should have taken one for the team instead of diving in like that?
Take him out.
Should have just on the touchline. I'm just watching it now again.
Not in a nasty way, but just take
one for the team. Shoulder barge him, or just
not just barge him. But he wants to. I like Fofana because he wants to win the ball back and he wants to play forward. What's brilliant for a young lad, and it's great to see. But against better players, they will read that and they will do him every single time because they'll be skillful. Will get past him, and he's just got to sometimes. I'll just stand off this one because the strikers will read it every time he dives in. Like I say, there's great raw talent there, but he just needs to calm it down on the aggression side of it a little bit.
Jono, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for joining us. And thank you very much for clicking on. We've got Added Jack in, and I've got Ross, Chris, Sean waiting to come in. I'm just going to read out a few fans' comments first. Dave Felsted, when we're talking about man of the match, says Luke Thomas for his first goal is in there. Anthony's agreeing with what Tom and Jamie are saying there, and Fofana should have just nudged him out of play and doing that. Somebody in the Facebook group loved the microphone picking up Casper shouting. You can certainly hear,
I was just going to.
You can certainly hear what Casper thought of it all. Anthony saying with Fofana, it's gone to his head. Blondes have more fun. He is a young lad getting in there. Curtis says he was happy to see the two strikers. Jamie would have been as well.
I was top, even though it didn't last very long.
Yeah. Andrew's saying Fofana has to stop dancing up the pitch. He did the same against Liverpool, maybe getting caught out a little bit too much. Let's add in. Oh, God, should we add in?
Kermit.
Just add everyone.
Ross.
Kermit. Get Kermit in.
Who's Kermit? Oh.
What the hell are you doing, Chris? Come on, talk us through tonight.
This is me. Yeah, this is all me. I love doing it. I love doing this kind of stuff.
Chris,
no, tonight was a case of that first half. I thought, believe it or not, I actually thought the first half was awful again.
Well,
Second
Chris,
half,
wait a minute.
much better.
You're trying to talk serious football. The rest of us are trying not to just laugh at you.
I don't care.
Come on,
I love it. Bring it on. I don't care.
Bring it on.
It was Where's Wallet?
Yeah, it was who's it going to be next week? But Chris, before we get on to that, tell us about tonight's game.
Yeah, no, I mean, as I said, the first half I thought it was absolutely awful again. I thought, here we go again. You know, we've not learned from Liverpool and we're doing it again. And yet, second half, much better. I generally thought, okay, now we're standing a chance. When we equalised and it was 2-2, I'm thinking, have we done it? Have we done it? Then we let a goal in again. I'm thinking, no, we've blown it again. And then all of a sudden we score last minute, and I'm just thinking, Vardy again. You know, we love Vardy anyway, but he just gives us more and more reasons to love him every week. He really does.
Where's your disco lights, Tom?
Knockout football.
Go on, Tom. What were you going to say?
Can't hear you, mate.
His mic's gone.
Tom, your sound's gone.
His mic's gone.
He's so excited.
His mic's gone.
I think
Yeah,
there's...
Tom.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, I was going to say was that we failed to mention that the goal came from a Mark Albrighton cross.
Oh no, we mentioned it.
Sorry. Tamari Gray should have been doing that, shouldn't he?
Yes.
Tom, don't start that debate. Chris, I'm going to let you go. I've got literally, it's great tonight because it's really good that it's growing and we've got loads of fans coming in. Chappers has joined. Ross and Jack haven't had a say. Chris, thanks for joining us. I'm going to let you go. We'll see you next week.
What's the story? Hang on, what's the story of Kermit? What was the story?
It's just Chris, he comes on to something different every week. Chappers, what did you make to the game?
Yeah, cracking. The first one was the first half was a little bit worrying with how we were playing, but the second half, the substitutes came on. Maddison looked brilliant, changed the game for me. James Maddison created stuff, took players on. You know, I think he could have probably got a goal himself if we carried on playing. Just a good game. Good game overall. I really, really enjoyed it between the two sides. It was a very entertaining game for neutrals as well. A little bit disappointed with Kasper Schmeichel's distribution, though.
Again.
Basic, Phil? How basic is it? If in doubt, kick it out. No one can score. No one can score if you kick the ball out of play.
Yeah.
He kept us in it though, Chappers. For me,
he did.
Kasper was probably man of the match.
He did, but we shouldn't have been 2-1 down because he kicked the ball to their players again.
Well, I
hear what you're saying. Though, isn't it? It's quite regular, Chappie. I agree on that.
It is. It's been doing that for a long time down the King Power. A long time.
Jack, what's your take on Kasper tonight? You've been waiting patiently. Let us know your views on Kasper and everything else from tonight's second half.
But brilliant saves, by the way. Brilliant saves.
I thought Kasper was good. He made some great important saves for us to keep us in the game. The substitutions changed the game. I thought a point was a reasonable result for us considering the team we put out tonight. I'm quite happy with because we've qualified and on to the last 32 for us.
Who was your man of the match, Jack?
Schmeichel. I won't get anybody else because I don't think any of them had a good game apart from Vardy was good and Maddison was good when they came on. Apart from that, I'll probably say Luke Thomas could be in there, to be honest, considering he scored his first goal now? So, him or Kasper.
Yeah. Ross, it was nice. Just talking about Luke Thomas. Luke Thomas, you had Chowdhury, you had Barnes, one from Systing, one from Cansett, one from Loughborough. All young lads, all playing for their hometown club in Europe, and one of them scoring. And none of them letting themselves down, or two of them scoring, sorry, none of them letting themselves down. I think it's brilliant. Rodgers loves playing. Oh, no, I was going to say the wrong thing then. Rodgers liked bringing the young ones on. And it's showing the benefit. I had to be careful what I said then. Rodgers. It's good. Rodgers likes the youngsters, shall we say.
We're not playing young boys tonight, Jamie.
Not in Switzerland, we're in Portugal.
Oh, God.
So, Ross, you've been waiting patiently. Get your thoughts in on that second half, mate.
Oh, it was a bit breathtaking at the end. I mean, luckily, just as the as that third goal went in, luckily I had no customer on the line. Jesus, they would have had a bit of an earful down the phone if we'd have scored that. That's for sure. I mean, to be fair, their first goal was a good goal. I can't take that away from that. I think Schmeichel had a good game as well. I think Fofana, he should have took one for the team, as you said earlier. Definitely should have took one for the team, but then Matt Woody got sent off. Would he not? We don't know on that one.
Not out there, he wouldn't have. Not on the touchline.
Oh yeah, probably not for it as well. Someone's got another notification. And another one. No, I think it's good that to get to go through tonight. Anyone that plays FIFA, Nandi's card is going to shoot up on the FIFA. Anyone that's got it as well.
You and your FIFA.
It's a live card. At any time Leicester go through, oh, hello.
Who was that behind you, Jamie?
that was the good lady. She's just been out. I told her to go out while I was watching the football.
No, Ross was trying to flirt with my missus the other night, so don't let her see yours.
Just a quick point why Ross is on
that radio thing that was on a few weeks ago. That was the only reason. Well, I don't know if you were happy as well.
Yeah, while Ross is on, a certain Chris Sutton has tweeted tonight going, hard for Neil Lennon to see out after this. And the first reply from a Leicester fan, his reserves are quite good, aren't they?
Oh, it's the shit you like to see.
Yes, the gift that keeps on giving, eh?
Ah, dear.
To be fair, that was pretty funny when just. Well, the thing is, we're not going to play Celtic. I remember him saying Celtic reserves being in Leicester. The fact is, our reserve, their reserves, the fact is that they're not even qualified. You know, it's our first ever time.
They've not qualified twice in Europe now.
Celtic
Twice.
4-1. 4-1
The exact thing. What did he say? The exact thing from Chris Sutton.
What's going on?
Going to Leicester City, and that is a fact. Celtic reserves are bigger than Leicester City.
Wow! Just thought I'd give a reminder of what he said about a year ago.
The gift.
The gift that keeps giving.
Europa League, isn't it? 4-1.
Yeah. Can I just say as well? Sorry, I'm just because I've got the telly on still. The Europa League, looking at the post-match analysis and stuff, and showing the impact Yuri Tillemans had when he got into the game. And obviously that was before Maddison even entered the pitch, and there was such an improvement. Some of the passes he was playing, with the 1-2s, it's on there now. It was class when he came on. He's had such a good season compared to last year. It kind of on par, probably better. Maybe you could argue than his first season on loan. So yeah, fair play to him for kicking off after a not so good season, especially the end of the season, of course.
I wish he'd scored. That would have been awesome.
I'm going to go round each of you just very quickly to get man of the matches before we wrap up. Let's start with you, chappers. Who was your man of the match?
James Justin had a really good game. Luke Thomas had a good game. I'm going to give it Luke Thomas.
I'm with you on that, chappers. I'll give it Luke Thomas. I'll tell you why. To a young lad from Syston, one of our own. Been at the club since 2008. They said that's 12 years, and he's only, what is he, 19, 20? He's been there since 19, I think. It's not a bad way to score your first goal in Europa League. Let's go to... Go on, chappers.
I don't know if you've posted it on Leicester Fan TV or not about the TV times for some of the games that have changed.
Yeah, we've mentioned it, haven't you, Jamie?
Okay.
Yes, okay. I did it live, chappy, as they were coming through in the pre-match.
Lots. Who was your man of the match? Who did you give it to?
Statio.
I'm going to go with Thomas. To be fair, his first ever goal is a left footer, yeah, and he scored with his right foot. I think that's not bad. I don't think he even meant to hit it. If you watch the replay, if you watch the shot,
I think he did.
He definitely meant to hit it, Ross.
Yeah, he shifted his leg to score.
It didn't look like it, was all. He probably did, but he didn't look like it from the replay they were showing. But yeah, I'm going to go with Thomas. But right behind him, I'm going to go with Schmeichel. Can't begin to words at them. Yeah, I'll go with Schmeichel.
Curtis is saying that he thinks it was JJ. Locks, who was your man of the match? Sorry.
There's a few good ones, a few good shouts out there. I mean, Luke Thomas is definitely up there for me. But I'm going to go Yuri. I just think a lot changed when he came on, as I said a minute ago. So I think he just kind of calmed down the game a lot and steadied the ship, especially in midfield, because it was reckless in the first half. So yeah, definitely I'm going to go Yuri.
Okay, Jamie, who was your man of the match?
I'm going to give it to Schmeichel for the first half performance and the two cracking saves he made at the first half, closely followed by Luke Thomas, but Schmeichel just.
Tom, did we get your man of the match?
I went with Yuri, mate. Changed the game completely. We were out-thought, out-muscled. We were just absolutely destroyed in the centre of the park. It was surprising when you got Dennis Pratt playing in there, but the second half, he just made us tick. It was what we were missing and crying out for And when he had his mates come on and play with him in Madison and Vardy, we just looked so much better. But Tielemans made that draw happen tonight for me. So I'm going to Tielemans.
Brilliant. Who hasn't had a go at saying it? Ross, have you said? Jack, have you said?
Man, it's JR that needs to say it. There we go. There it is.
I'm gonna go Luke Thomas, but I think all three Leicester players have scored now, like Harvey Barnes, Chowdhury, and Luke Thomas. So great talent there.
Brilliant. I'm going to let some of you go because we've got Sean waiting to come in. So, Chappers, I'm going to say cheerio to you.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming.
Phil, is any of you guys that need a green screen? I've got a spare one here as well. If anyone needs one.
No, we're good here. Does anybody need one?
Locks, where's your green screen?
Well, it's a long story.
probably not one for now. All right, cheers, Chappers. I'll let you go.
See you, Lee.
Thanks, Chappers. Thanks, Ross. See you soon, pal.
In a bit.
Thanks.
No, it's just a
Jack
setup
as well.
The setup's been. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say we can talk green screen off camera, can't we? Let's add in Sean because he's been waiting patiently. Sean, are you there, mate?
Yeah.
What happened, Sean? You predicted 9-0.
Ugly, yeah.
Are you happy with the 3-3, Sean?
Well, I think so, yeah. But it was a close match. But I was a bit nervous.
You were a bit nervous, yeah. I think to be fair with you, Sean, we were all nervous in that. Did you celebrate when Vardy scored that third goal?
I went like that, and then I went like that, then that.
So you're happy?
Oh yeah, I'm so happy.
Good lad. Thanks for joining, Sean. Thanks for waiting so patiently. We'll see you next week against Fulham on Monday, okay? Cheers, Sean.
Not 9-0. Not 9-0.
I know. It's not 9-0, so you don't have to buy all the beers. Thanks, Sean.
No.
See you soon. See you on Monday.
Mate. Yeah.
Oh, it's great. It was great. And we've lost Jamie.
No, I'm here.
Here he is. Look, it's back to us four now. It was great. There was that many fans clicking to come on, which is exactly what we want. It's getting busier each game, isn't it, Jamie? So
it certainly is. Nick's just made a good comment on YouTube. Nick Moore, do we rest the squad for the last two games?
Lots.
Especially because next week we've got Fulham, then we've got who we've got at home? Athens, AEK at home, and then we've got Brighton on the Sunday. So we've got some Sheffield United. No,
Sheffield.
I've lost track. Sheffield on the Sunday. So we've got a lot of games coming up. So yes, I think we ought to rest them. Yeah.
Locks, would you agree?
I don't think it depends who you talk about. I mean, I think we could play a similar team to that tonight. Maybe Fuchs obviously not starting, or maybe rest JJ, I suppose. But maybe I suppose there's a couple of players in there who we could bring in. Obviously, Perez, I would like to see start a game. I think he did okay when he came on today. I'd like to see him in the middle, not out wide. So, yeah, there's definitely players who we can rest. But I think, we still want to win games, don't we? We still want to win the last two. So, I think we'll probably have a couple players from the first team still in the squad, in the teams.
Tom, just this is slightly going off topic a little bit, but tonight's a great example of it. We were talking before the game. Before you came on, myself and Jamie and Ross were talking about fans being allowed back in the ground. And apparently, Jamie was saying fans are not allowed to jump around, sing and shout and celebrate. And Ross has put on here, he said in the pre-match about celebrating silently. Imagine if fans were in the stadium today. What the hell would have happened?
How can you celebrate silently? Come on. I mean, that's just near enough impossible. We saw what happened against Everton last season when we got the goal in the last minute with Iheanacho, players jumping on players, fans were going mental. You can't turn around and say you're not allowed to celebrate a goal. You're not allowed to scream at the top of the voice. My missus had a go for me for screaming. I'm in a shed 10 metres from the house and she could hear me screaming. It's football, it's passion, it's what it's all about. To say that. Can I just mention one programme? It's about to start on BT Sport now. More for the youngsters. If you never got to see this player play, there's a special on Maradona. It's on BT Sport 1. I'm not advertising BT. I'm just saying it's on now. It's about to start. It's a special tribute to the football legend Diego Maradona. If you never got the opportunity to see this guy play, I want to know what all the hype is about. please watch it or record it tonight and watch it tomorrow when you get home from school. If your parents won't let you stay up, just see what this player was back in the day, because the bloke was an absolute legend of the game and world class. We talk about world class players like Ronaldo and Messi. This bloke was better than them. So if you get a chance, watch it tonight. Sorry to go off the top there, mate, but I just thought it's a nice thing to say.
I think it's absolutely right, isn't it, Jamie? I mean, he was a great player. And it bugs me a little bit that a lot of English fans go on about the hand of God. Yes, of course he did. He cheated that one time, but he was also a great player, Jamie.
Yeah, I think you said earlier on your lunchtime show that he actually never was in Leicester, but he actually was in the Leicester Stadium once. He actually did come, but it was the Pumas, the rugby game, the International Rugby World Cup game, and he was there. So he has got a little bit of a connection.
I was there that day, actually. I never saw him, but I was at the King Power Stadium when Argentina played, I'm going to say Canada or somebody. But
they won quite easily, though.
You didn't have a book of pie with him?
I suppose, I didn't think about that, but that's a good point. Well, Stato,
Jamie.
He's always got one up his sleeve. Whatever we want to ask him.
Normally a card.
Normally a card up his sleeve, yeah. Listen, chaps, that's been another great watch along. Thanks so much to Tom and Lots. Are you up for it on Monday, chaps?
You're getting early here, these kickoff times, aren't they? Eh?
What time's Monday?
I think it's 5:30.
I might have to do some moving around at work next week. What job's going to move to?
Get your grass leveling technician assistant
to help grass now, mate. It's hedge leveling technician at the moment.
Oh, hedge leveling technician.
Well, grass ain't growing.
Get your assistant. Get your assistant to help you.
I did earlier. He's a Villa fan, and when I sat in the van doing this lunchtime show, I happened to mention that the last full stadium was Leicester 4, Aston Villa 0. And at the point, he just turned and looked at me with wild eyes. And I thought, please don't say anything. We're live.
Not with a hedge. Oh, he was in the van with you. I thought he might have had a hedge trimmer with you at the same time.
So that's Monday. That's 5:30 kickoff. So we'll be live from 5 p.m. with the pre-match show. Locks, you're doing your normal Friday fan zone show tomorrow night with Josh, correct?
Yes, 7:30 tomorrow evening. Me and Josh will be hello. Me and Josh will be on as every Friday. Now that the game's finished, I can finally say it because I was worried about jinxing it. But me and Tom are 4-win. I know that's not right. Is it?
You're not.
No,
because you lost to Liverpool.
3 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw.
Never mind.
Shut
See you, Ross. But yeah,
Slotty.
exactly. So, but we're still it's good 4 minutes, Tom. I mean, we've had some good games. We've got, a 3-3 tonight and a 4-0, and Leeds was 4-1. So it's been a good run. I'm sure it will continue.
Don't forget, Locks. You've got Fulham Focus on tomorrow night with you.
Yes, I have. Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
See?
We'll have Fulham Focus on, if you didn't know, and they'll be on with me and Josh tomorrow. Looking forward to the Fulham game. And as Phil said as well, we'll be live for the watch along again on Monday.
And of course, on Sunday it will be Jamie's show. But before we get on to Jamie's show, last night Jamie stepped in for Tom, who normally does the Fox's Tales show. And Jamie, that was if you didn't watch it, it's on YouTube. That was a great chat with Gary Mills and Barry Pierpoint, the Gary and Barry show.
Oh, I've never been so nervous in my life. I don't know why. I struggled to eat before. I didn't eat my dinner. I was feeling ill. I don't know why. I can talk the hind legs off a donkey, but when it comes to interviewing ex-players and chief executives and stuff, I was nervous as hell. I do not know why. Luckily, I didn't make a fool of myself, but no, it was an enjoyable chat. Barry about the internet in Nottingham.
Barry Pierpoint did send me a message saying he was feeling sick before it and very nervous about having to talk to Jamie from the Fox's Arms in Alcudia.
I wish.
So
he's got the gift of the gab, old Barry has.
I know, that was good. It's on YouTube for anybody who wants to watch out on our YouTube channel. And Jamie, the Fox's Aftermath show, it's another sort of pre-match show on Sunday.
Pre-match, aftermath, whatever you want to call it. I've actually got Fulham-ish fan group on Sunday as well with me.
Fulham-ish.
So we've got lots of Fulham. Yes, they're called Fulham-ish.
Are they part?
Oh, and actually, I'm on Cottage Talk tomorrow afternoon.
Cottage pie?
I thought you were going to say you were cottaging.
No, I'm not cottaging. No, definitely not cottaging.
This weekend I'll be cottaging in the middle of Alcudia.
Better than taking the dog for a walk in a wood.
Oh, he passed the watershed.
Yes,
No,
better than taking my dog for a walk in the woods.
Can I just say, I've just seen in the private chat that Chris has got. I've got plenty more costumes to come on with. Well,
yeah.
Oh, great.
Well, we need to see who Chris will. Well, I'll message him
tonight, Matthew. I'm going to be.
Yeah, we'll get him on Monday. It was Kermit tonight. It was so busy with so many fans. It was a shame we couldn't get a bit longer with Chris and Jack and Ross and Chappers and all that. But it's great to get so many views on, and we'll keep it growing. Thanks, Locks and Tom, again for tonight's watch along.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. As I always say, keep liking and subscribing. We're close to 6,000, so me and Tom really appreciate all the viewers and comments.
Chris Jones,
spot on, because it's your channel, it's you the fans are the ones that make it. I know Phil says a lot, but it is rightly so. Without you, we'd just be two Anton Deck sitting here watching the TV screen.
Anton Deck.
I don't know if either of you saw the comments
Laurel
about
and
the rest. Yeah.
Juckle Brothers.
Tweedledee, Tweedledum.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. I was like to say. Yeah, but no.
Anyway.
Yeah, thanks.
Whatever you want to call it. No, thanks, lads, for that. And Jamie, thanks as ever for the pre-match, post-match. And
you're welcome. Not a problem.
We'll all catch up over the weekend and tune in. Like I say, Locks on Friday, 7:30. Jamie at Sunday, 10 a.m. Get your cups of tea ready, and then we'll all be back 5 p.m. on Monday. Good result.
Yes,
We've qualified. We're in the knockout stages. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Sorry, Celtic.
Well,
yeah, bad luck, Celtic.
Well done, chaps. We'll see you all very shortly. Cheers, everybody.
See you, mate.
Cheers.
Adios. Bye-bye now.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pal ADT Taxis, Feedme, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.